This could be FaZe's tournament to not only take down Optic, which they, I guess, technically did by way of Complexity last week, right? Complexity beat Optic, then Native Red beat Optic in lowers. But FaZe Clan took down Complexity in the grand finals, and we talked about that last week, Magic. When we finished up with that Optic versus Complexity match, we said this is FaZe Clan's weekend. This is FaZe Clan's time. While Optic isn't playing up to par and Space Station isn't either, this is the moment to strike. And what do you know? FaZe did just that, taking down Complexity in a riveting best of 7. Went to 7 matchup here today. We have SSG versus FaZe Clan, 2 versus 3. This, again, Magic, we get so lucky here in the winners semis because it feels like it could be the winners finals here instead.
Yeah, and we very likely could see a rematch later down in the bracket as well, because we are hanging out in this upper bracket, the winner's side of the bracket, and this could be FaZe's week to shake off that number 2 spot and add a number 1 there instead. We know that's what they're gunning for, but shift over to the other side. For Space Station Gaming, they've been here in 3rd, kind of chomping at the bit to break into the top 2. What does this series mean to them? Is there really any significant difference in being the number 3 versus the number 2 seed ultimately? Absolutely, because if you're a top 2 seeded team, you have that expectation to make it to the grand finals. Here for SSG, they'd be overperforming, not by much, right, to go from 3 to 2, but just to be in that 1 or 2 seed, Magic, it really puts you in the driver's seat to find yourself in the grand finals. The bracket lines up favorably for you to find yourself in the grand finals. It provides you with easier matchups, whereas at the start of a winner's round matchup, you might, if you're a Complexity or Sentinels, you're playing against Optic or FaZe Clan, right? So that's not where you want to be. You want to be in that top 4 because that provides you with a number 1 seed for pool play, which is equally as important a discussion here today. Native White sitting at 26,000 points versus Native Red in the 5th seed at 25,730 points. There's a couple hundred points between.
Oh, hell no.
Native Red with an outstanding performance this weekend, with a performance that best Native White could overthrow them for the 4 seed overall, which would net them the 1 seed.
That's actually
in
nuts.
Pool D. There is so many number 1 seeds up for grabs here this weekend. I cannot wait to get to the action.
Oh my God, these matchups have so much on the line, and I'm going to add one other element. We talked about what this matchup means for FaZe. I agree with you. This is their chance to steal that number 1 seed, and just before we start to set our sights onto those LAN tournaments. But on the side of SSG, they almost are coming back with something to prove. Do you remember that 4K? They actually were the 3rd in their pool. That was the upset pool. That was the pool of death, and that sent them to the lower bracket. So in the last 4K, SSG would, according to seeding, have underperformed, and now they're back to prove that that was just a fluke. We know that they can be the best of the best. Taking down FaZe would be a great way for them to set that pace.
All right, here we go. Opening break. Rip of the face from Renegade. It takes that shock rifle instantly off the map, but he gets taken down instantly as well, so that's huge. Just as it looked like Renegades could start this tournament off on fire, SSG takes him down right away. That's a great defensive play by them.
Nice defensive play, but that shock rifle is going to get dropped there over at Batteries. Neither team making their way to the oddball until now. Stellar gets a couple of seconds, but Renegade quick to shut that down with the double kill. In fact, 3 go down for SSG. FaZe have the setup. Look at their team. All at the back of C, and nobody from Space Station can contest. We're going to see a good, possibly 20+ seconds won by FaZe, unless Space Station can find that break. It's Penguin with the breaking kill. Here comes Bound. The double team is in. They stopped the ball from being reset. FaZe are still trying to fight for control, but they are getting wiped. Space Station now with the setup that they want.
Impressive individual play there from Renegade to earn those 3 kills, 13 seconds at oddball, rotated to C, but it was an even more impressive team play from the likes of SSG as they collapsed on that C setup for FaZe Clan. Perfectly executed. Now they're milking some oddball time, looking to get that first 30-second check mark on the board.
So often in oddball, we see that the play that really costs you is failing to reset the ball, which is what happened there from FaZe Clan. They were at the back of C. They had the time, but they held on a little too tightly. They tried to play for control, and now it's cost them the lead of this game as Space Station have a 20+ lead. Let's see if SSG do get the play ball there as Stellar throws it.
What the fuck? What a stick.
Throws the perfect plasma grenade to take a kill on his way down.
Hey, I
What
love
the
that there
fuck?
from Stellar. He says, I'm not only resetting this oddball, I'm resetting you, Snakebite. Take this sticky.
Whoop.
And maybe John, Renegade, can grab himself a camo as well. That's all part of the domino effect of that.
Well, that's
sticky
unfortunate.
trade as we see another sticky.
Oh my God!
3 sticks in 3 seconds, 99. This is more impressive than witnessing an overkill in my eyes.
And was that a reverse too? Was that Snakebite getting revenge on his Stellar after he had gotten stuck in the back of C? I think we might have just seen a reverse on that, a reversal of the plasmas. But the more important reversal would be if FaZe can reverse the scoreboard. They're only down by 10. The oddball being held here. Royal 2 wins a pivotal kill. He needs to milk for time, not objective control. But look at Bound. A very dangerous ball rotation here. He's at bottom mid. He doesn't have any cover except for his teammate Penguin.
Damn, he just got lit the fuck up.
Goes down. FaZe Clan are going to sweep through. They're winning out in numbers. 2 players from SSG on the long haul side. And it's Royal 2 who had the crucial kill earlier, now keeping both of those players suppressed.
Oh, this is so mixy to start off our day. The milk at 30 seconds, equal for both teams. Then yet SSG edge out a little bit with the 15-second hold for them, but now it looks like FaZe Clan is
what the shit?
Also,
they said to start off the day. Is it the first match?
Some more ball time. That was incredibly impactful there.
Only been live for an hour.
One shot and 1 millimeter from the edge of a reset, and Stain retains the ball and likely has a lead for FaZe, but have a strong push here from SSG.
Strong enough.
They probably only had like 1 match before this.
Maybe a little bit earlier than you would expected, but it looks like they might be learning from their mistakes. Where they didn't get the reset earlier, they were quick on the play ball here. Renegade with 1 grapple left, chasing down the kill, gets a little 360 just to, make it a little fancy onto Bound. 3 more players from SSG have their sights set on Renegade. The grenades are coming in. He has the damage out. He cleans up Stellar. Look at the oddball. Once again at the back of C, only 2 seconds between the 2 teams of Penguin and Eco. They pinch for that kill. Make it a double.
Virtually tied here as SSG will now extend on their lead, and it's been that C-hold magic for both FaZe and SSG that seems to have been the backbone of their strategy here on Recharge Oddball, really focusing on that C side of the map as 3 go down, 2 down for FaZe Clan, so not numbers by a lot, but they do have the narrow edge. Snakebite though with low shield isn't going to be allowed to push in immediately to Penguin because of it, and this is all just extra milk for SSG, but they don't play the oddball, but FaZe does. Unbelievable there. SSG Penguin must have known that he had support. That's why he turned to face his opponent, knocked him out, and that oddball does in fact get reset, but it's a 20-second lead now for SSG.
A lead on the objective and a lead in slays, at least for this round of slays. The numbers advantage staying on the side of Space Station. Snakebite kind of has to work uphill against multiple targets. He has Eco weak. He waits for the teammate. That's the Royal 2 grenade to clean out that kill before he tries to toss the oddball out of that cover. Is there enough cover fire though? It looks like Space Station are managing to stay alive, and they're adding time to the clock without waiting for a full round of slays to come through.
Will FaZe steal the #1 spot? That's the question we pose today, but will Space Station steal a spot in the grand finals of this tournament? I know it's early, but so far SSG has brought their A game as they're now on the brink of of finishing up round 1, 99-100.
Damn.
That will do it. Space Station comes out looking really strong here in round 1, game 1.
A very solid round 1, and ultimately to me it still goes back to when FaZe did not get the reset on that first objective hold. They were supposed to have 20 plus
nice fake
seconds,
melee there.
SSG stormed the castle, stole it away. I do want to shout out Royal 2. That was a big play, but he made several great plays. It just wasn't enough. Space Station have turned up today. They are ready to steal some seeding points. They're ready to steal some wins, and like you said, hopefully stealing a spot in the grand finals.
Oh, wow. That was unbelievable. A feverish pace to start off this broadcast, to start off this tournament. Not sure if we had okay, so we had an observer crash, but just based off what we saw in round 1, SSG seems to have really taken the emphasis after a poor performance last week. SSG, in addition to Optic, really...
Hey, what's going on, Evocatus? What's going on, brother?
Fell off within that upper echelon, and then you even had G1 and Complexity.
How you doing today, man?
Further back
Welcome to the stream.
where they were expecting. So this is it for SSG. I'm looking to see them start off hot.
What's popping today, bro?
Take advantage of the opportunity here to break into the grand finals. There's so much, so much mix and match going on with these seeds. There's so much.
I just switched from the official stream, you know the vibes. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Good looks. That's my dog.
Maybe even a native red.
What's good, Evocatus?
So this is an exciting time for Halo, where there's a lot
on, Wayne
of
Doodle?
in the mix.
How you doing today, man?
I love to see SSG starting out today so strong, because a lot of times we look at this roster.
What's going on today, bro?
Look at this team, and they can be kind of a slower to start team, and they usually end stronger. But them coming out with that first round win is going to be huge as we get a little bit of a POV into round number 2. And then once again, it's SSG with that early lead.
Is music going kind of crazy?
Gets one takedown. Royal 2 was a clutch player for FaZe in round
Oh,
one.
there's a King J copy pasta. Look at the chat, bro. Look at the chat.
Picking up where they left
Oh, we
off
are chilling, Wang Doodle. We are chilling
and
as shit.
The 30-second threshold you're looking to reach, but
A nice little chill day so far. Watching some of this 2K now.
It's actually looking like a much better start than even previously anticipated.
Excited to watch some good competitive Halo. We gonna be chilling.
Plenty of time has already gone off.
Also, the framing's on the stream's end. That's
right.
not me.
There has been a good chunk of time, so it's definitely a different pacing than what we saw in round number 1. And guys,
a good day finishing up with some good Halo. Hey, hell yeah, Varkas. I love to hear that, bro. Thought you had a good day, bro.
In the game are still able to fight it out.
Didn't I hear? Where you at, Varkas? Don't mind me asking.
Here comes Penguin with the shock rifle. Looking for a little cheeky pick. Might be able to find Royal 2 around the corner, but no, Royal 2 is still right behind Penguin, and Penguin has last alive, prioritizing his life, waiting for some teammates to respawn, and has to play a
APG said turn vibey music back on. That's what I'm saying, bro. Also, yeah, somebody in chat said this coverage is awful for the tournament. It's not their fault that the fucking game crashed.
Not having numbers is able to put up those 22 seconds. Penguin even with the shock rifle in his hand, so all strategic positioning there. But Bound gets the double kill with the disruptor in the feed. Bound eventually goes down.
APG has requested the vibes. Me too.
Like a MK on steroids.
A disruptor pistol for the double kill. Let's go, Bound. That's the play you love.
Hey, somebody said turn. Hey, APG said turn the vibe music back on, and they turned the vibe music back on.
Renegade is down at the bottom of B. One shot. Eco and Stellar collapse together. Stellar
hell yeah.
That cheeky grapple play. He's gonna be called out.
India Varkas? Oh shit, that's what's up.
Royal 2 in a fight of his own. That frag grenade
that is
from the
dope as fuck.
That's enough for Snakebite to clean up the rest of the damage onto Bound.
And that oddball's been sitting there up there at the bat ledge for quite some time. Neither team able to find
yeah, I'm glad you had a good day, bro.
Finding
to finish it up with good old Halo tournament.
Oddball instead, unbelievable. Penguin last player alive.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Resets a little bit, but Snakebite is there to pick it up quickly, and this should lead to more ball time and potentially a lead for them.
Look at the shift, though, from round 1 to round 2, Mikowski, where we were at the back of C all of round 1. Now the oddball is being held here at Gold Pipes instead. Camo is spawning in right now. Frosty gets them.
Him as a phase game? Oh, hell nah.
It's not enough for him to get the kill.
Oh, hell nah.
Enough of a distraction, just a delay.
Especially not these days.
The full camo to work with, and just 1.2 minutes on the clock. 1 point of separation between the two teams.
Renegade looking to make a boogeyman type attack against this.
We have, speaking of,
but instead, look at this.
DreamHack Dallas is in a month.
No, realizes Bound at low shields, needs to help his teammate
out. Month. Let me check.
Bound, still looking for Slays, not able to find an opponent, but it's Eco Smith finding a Renegade instead. Renegade getting knocked down to no shields. That's gonna eliminate the rest of his camo as SSG does a great job.
June 3rd and 4th, so 5 weeks from now.
I want to see Renegade with that plasma sticky. 2 players in front, isn't able to
June 2nd through 4th, yeah.
So it's SSG staying alive.
About 5 weeks from now.
Down. Stellar wins a crucial kill onto
Bro, I can't fucking wait. Yes, sir, Varkas, I will be at the event. I should be at every single one this year.
Have the lead right back.
Renegade looking to push in aggressively. SSG still has those numbers, but because of the low shields for SSG, Renegade's going to take advantage of that. Has a few weak opponents. Penguin goes down.
You said Penegade? Who the fuck?
Looking to make a huge play, but all the while, just getting this damage on Renegade.
Yeah, no,
teammates the chance to spawn.
I've talked about this a lot,
but
like, bro, I love the event so much. Like,
despite the slay numbers.
I was not able to go to every event when I was like growing up and like in high school and shit. I always told myself like, whenever I had the ability to, I would just go to every event. Like, I'm not even missing one. And the thing is like, the thing is too, is like, right after I graduated high school, I had, so I graduated high school in 2018, and I went to like 2 events in 2018, and then I went to every event in 2019, which was like 6 or 7.
Look at that! I think
there's like 6.
May have just been snuck away with Eco, I believe. So
I went to every single event in 2019, and finally got like a taste of that, like traveling around, going to every tournament, like really doing the thing finally.
Game-saving play here with.
And then we had the pandemic, and then there were no tournaments for like fucking
this game means
2 years.
So much for SSG to kind of break some of that reputation of starting off in a bracket slow. They need to come out strong, and they're starting to do that. But it's the FaZe side right now, 8 seconds away from tying up, forcing us to go into that round 3, and it's FaZe winning out the Slays. That might be all, but the round 3 as Renegade finds another kill. Renegade with 27
Yeah, I think they had a backup
kills,
observer. I
and
think that's who we're watching right now.
Round 3.
Yeah, no, now that I'm able to, and especially now that we're like post-pandemic and shit, I try to go to every single tournament.
Nearly plus
That's my
10
shit.
Kill death ratio, having a great game here, and it's been
my dream to go to a Halo event. Hopefully Halo's around when I save money. Hey, the one thing about Halo that I'll say is that shit endures, bro.
Back in this, I'm not sure if that's a 1-1 tie or
I'm pretty sure that was a 2. I'm pretty sure that was a 1-1 tie. I don't know why.
It looks like
it's showing 2-1.
Right?
I think
I was gonna say it's a 1-1 tie. I don't know why they're showing that.
Unless you and I both missed something, but either way, it was a nice answer back there.
But yeah, the one thing about Halo is like, bro, even when Halo does bad, like it's still around. You know what I'm saying?
Grabbing the camo, grabbing the oddball.
Well, that was a fucking fail out of Stellar.
It's different than capture the flag. In capture the flag, the flag becomes invisible with you, but in oddball, it still has that oddball marker floating over your head. So kind of revealed himself with the camo, ends up being taken down. Now it's FaZe.
I think
where they left off with an
like, bro, even if Halo's not necessarily doing the best, like it isn't right now, like we still have tournaments, like
taking that oddball right back to the
even when there was no official league, we had fucking Halo 3 stuff and shit going on a couple years ago.
Look at
like
the recognition from FaZe Clan, sensing the pressure from Stellar coming from the backside. They rotated all the way away from him. Stellar,
I think he'll be good.
As he is,
you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter how good he is. When you have the positioning, when the rotation is on point from FaZe Clan,
knock on wood anyway.
You can completely negate any all-star in the league, which is essentially what we just saw right there.
Hopefully.
Stellar is definitely an all-star, but it's not
because I'm trying to keep going to events forever.
That teamwork, that footing, and this FaZe roster that we know for their efficient slayers are also playing efficient objectively until Eco finds the back smack, looking for the second kill, gets the damage with the shock rifle, cleans up another, tosses a frag through the
Deep
doorway.
The hope.
He has Frosty on the run.
Deep the
Frosty
hope.
is weak, but Frosty's milked enough time. He's stalled for his shield to regen. It means nothing when Eco is a absolute laser of shots.
Oh, and that was a huge play there, because if Frosty takes Eco down, he gets the shock rifle instead. Now it's Eco with the chance to kickstart this round 3 for SSG, as they've not really been able to get off the board. Renegade goes down to the floor, killing spree for Eco, but it's not enough to force some oddball time. It's not enough to even force a push here for FaZe, as they're going to wait back to go down for FaZe, but they split Renegade over on the glass side.
Damn.
C-spawns for the rest of the team. Eco just took one down at the glass side, so this is looking like
the frames, it's framing on their end. It's not me.
Yeah, and there's a little trade of kills onto pipe, so
their observer lagged out.
Watch how FaZe are adjusting. They're sending 3 players through control, but there's 3 players for SSG on the defensive side.
We're looking at like a secondary observer or something. That's why there's no audio too.
The players are above him on the top of the
yeah, that's on their end, not mine. Don't worry.
The BR gets the job done. Snakebite with the double kill, looking for the triple kill, but it's Royal coming out.
Like that shit, I don't know what that was.
For FaZe. And honestly, not enough time for SSG. They can't be comfortable. This lead is going to flip-flop right back to FaZe.
But I assume as soon as this game ends, they'll load their proper observer
30 seconds or so. Great recognition from FaZe Clan to set up that oddball,
and then we'll get the good frames with the sound.
Power up control with the shock rifle. This could be the finishing touches if you're the likes of FaZe, but no, Eco has another flank, has another slay, but it's going to be a trade. Snakebite wants to make sure that Penguin doesn't rotate that oddball all the way to the C side of the map, but he's not going to be able to, as he goes down once again. 3 down for SSG, ball time for FaZe Clan, and likely that shock rifle as well.
Here we go.
Snakebite sacrifices his life for Renegade to rotate that oddball back to Attic side. Renegade now rotating all the way over through long haul, even looking at Sneaky, looking for those respawners. The respawners come at the top of Attic. Renegade tosses the oddball out. Eco deals with him quickly. Eco gets the kill. He still has some shield left over. That frag grenade is going to stop him, but important, he stays alive with 1 HP. Can he get here in time to help clean up kills that Bound has set up? He's looking for 1. He finds the takedown on the 2. He's caught in the middle of a reload, though. He's going for
that was a fucking good idea, too.
That damage. It's not enough for the triple.
Eco again on the flank, but it felt a little bit like a solo.
Renegade is always challenging. Bro, that is one thing you can fucking count on.
Didn't maintain control of the shock rifle. All the while, though, you have SSG
that motherfucker's always challenging. Bro, him and Tommy Lucid.
Numbers advantage for them as well. So if they have an opportunity to slay this FaZe Clan roster.
Like, Renegade's more of the, like, fuck you, ego chow type. Whereas Frosty is like, or not Frosty, Lucid is more of the, like, he's gonna pick you apart and like mechanic you to death.
But it's here on Recharge where both teams are slain.
But I think them two in this game are like the two biggest examples of it.
Across the screen, and once again, it's SSG with the lead. Stellar overextending. Stellar has been that star player you were talking about. And now he's the lone wolf player, one against.
In terms of just like the ego challenge.
SSG are set up on the defensive side.
Because like Frosty, I think is a top 3 player in the game, but I don't think Frosty necessarily plays like that.
In this lobby, everybody's relatively close to each other. Penguin a little low on the slay side, but he's making up for it in the assist.
Like Frosty's flying around, hitting G slides, grappling the ball before it falls off the map. You know what I'm saying? Like
SSG. It looks like in the slay advantage, but not
Renegade's like
going
to run at you and chow you. Whereas Frosty might do a little objective if he needs to. He might control, you know, he might snipe or he might not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and Royal 2 does get the takedown, but once again he's traded.
Frosty can do everything, bro.
And this lead that we're seeing, it's pretty miraculous that FaZe are still down because they had.
So if we're talking about the best players in the game, I would say.
To get more time onto that oddball, or at least not
because we were just talking about ego challenge shit. If now we want to talk about like the best players in the game, I think that is the top 3. And I think it's probably Tommy Lucid in first, ever so slightly, and then Renegade and Frosty I would put pretty much on the same level. If anything, I think Renegade might be a little better. Actually, I don't know.
Of stealing back the lead.
Ooh, narrowly tied here in less than 1 minute to go in regulation. This one is likely going to come down to the 0-0 rather than
I don't know, man.
Triple-digit 100 score.
Frosty and Renegade might be tied.
Renegade looks to push up with that shock rifle in hand. Needs a couple slays here to give his team.
The only reason I say Tommy Lucid is because his playstyle has directly contributed to winning over the last 3 majors. Oh shit! Never mind. Renegade's the best. Renegade's the best. Never mind. Never mind.
FaZe in this round
what the fuck?
3 squad wipes 3 times that all 4 of SSG go down, and this time all 4 are credited to just 1 player. Renegade is the problem right now for SSG.
Never mind, Renegade's the best player in the game.
FaZe take the lead. Now they are 16 seconds ahead, but once again, SSG have a response. They have 2 down. Now it's Royal 2.
It goes, actually, dude, it goes Lucid, Renegade, then me.
It's been FaZe who have been so good at
breaking
setups. Does SSG have one in them?
And Snakebite.
At the most crucial, pivotal time in
like
this
Mike
match. Final push coming on, it looks like, as 20 seconds are on the clock. Stellar, with that sidekick, looks to take down a few members of FaZe, but was only able to do damage on one of the other. And for FaZe Clan, they need to push through. It looks like SSG could very well rotate this oddball all the way to the back of C. FaZe doesn't seem to be
14 seconds game clock.
To stop it. SSG
14 seconds game clock.
Come back.
No. But Snakebite gets
hang on.
Now it's FaZe that are rotating through long.
They're gonna play. No, they gotta set up for new. Yeah, he's going for new. He's going for new. Because they're about to play it. They know they're gonna spawn here.
10 seconds left on the clock. The winner of this round is who wins on the reset, and it's Frosty.
There's 5 seconds game. There's a lot of time. There's a lot of time. Ooh! PJ's gonna get it. No, they're good. They're good. They're good. FaZe is gonna win this. Oh my god!
Just 1 step short as FaZe clutch it up in the final seconds.
Holy shit!
God, what was that game?
What the fuck?
Unbelievable finishes you'll ever see in oddball, as it looked like FaZe Clan had SSG on match point. Renegade point, I should say, after the overkill shock rifle with less than 30. It was about 30 seconds left in the game. You thought for sure that was the cake. That was the icing on the cake. That was the sprinkles on top. But
holy shit!
SSG lights the candles, lights FaZe up, and takes them down. They have the lead.
I thought he was about to say light the beam.
What an incredible
rest in peace to the Sacks.
Back and forth game number 1, coming down to quite literally
the Kings.
The final seconds. SSG nearly had the win with that rotation to the back of C. FaZe forces the reset, win the reset on the oddball, taking multiple players to toss the ball to the bottom of stacks of all places is where they find.
Bro, that game was actually nuts, even though we were watching in fucking 25 FPS.
We're looking at a heck of a series right here.
Wow, and we talked about how.
And we got the oddball out of the way, game 1.
For these two teams,
and now we don't have to watch oddball again. Isn't that great?
what that usually means when you see all players on a team within, let's say, 5 or so of each other, that means everybody's on the same page. Everybody's shooting the same thing. And when both teams are doing it, that is what you get.
Sorry,
you get the game one that we just witnessed where it came down to the wire. A 1-second victory for FaZe Clan as they have the narrow. Oh my God.
Vacadus, you talk about the Streets oddball?
This series 1-0, but it almost feels like it's still tied, doesn't it? This is unbelievable.
Where they win by 1 second, top Ivy?
Like that was just game 1, right? Like it definitely has that.
I was at that event.
Finals feel, maybe even a grand finals feel between these two teams, and the level of
I was watching that shit live from the streamer booth.
Literally trying to out-strategize, outmaneuver their opponent, and it came down to
bro, always Wang Doodle.
1 second of time.
That's why, bro, I feel like
FaZe Clan to win over game 1, but
low-key, Snakebite has always been underrated. Like, bro, everybody talks about him as if he's like the 5th best player in Halo history or some shit, because I think he probably is. But like, even now, nobody talks about him as like a candidate for like best player in the game or anything like that. In Halo 5, I feel like people didn't talk about it enough. Like, bro, I think Snakebite contributes to winning so fucking much, dude.
None better than Royal.
Plus he's individually talented, plus he's fucking doing the objective, leading the charge, fucking IGLing in game. Like, bro, he does so much.
Plasma grenade from Royal 2 already off to a
yeah, I think Snakebite probably is like my 4th best player in the game or something like that, or like 5th best player in the game. Like, Snakebite is fucking up there, dude.
Be either really strong or really weak in the Slayers, losing seemingly by 5+. It used to be 10, remember, at the start of the season. They've brought that down a little bit closer to the even margin, but FaZe, this is about what we expect to see from them. A 5-point lead, up 13-8, carrying on, can trade out here. Snakebite looks to push through to B, has a one-on-one with Stellar, but Stellar wins that while diving back into the Shroud Stream, but it's Frosty who has one.
Oh, hell nah.
Kill, but no, it's going to be the team wipe nonetheless for FaZe Clan as they look great here in game 2.
The team wipe nonetheless. We were going to get spoiled with back-to-back games and overkills.
Oh,
I mean, they were not need to be so blessed, but no, the triple kill, the team wipe. FaZe now with a 7-point lead, and this game can start to snowball. It's not quite the Empyrean level of snowball, but with the amount of weapons, the sandbox utility on this map, if you can get that round of slays, you have to assume they're going to have all of the weapons to work with, including that stalker that we just saw in hand.
I love that bait grenade there from Frosty, knowing that he was going to go down, made sure he took 2 with him. Because of that, Snakebite and FaZe are able to retain control of this map and the Rockets.
What a turnaround here from FaZe Clan after they dropped the first round of that oddball, and Snakebite tried to stay alive in the Shroud screen. It's not going to be enough cover. It's not an armor lock. It's not a drop wall. It's only the disguise, and the disguise was revealed by Space Station. They need it, though.
The thing is, though, like,
we're nearing that halfway point. Penguin on the
I think the 3 teams that would benefit the most. Oh my God, he almost got 2 with that. But I think the 2 teams that would benefit the most, or the 3 teams that would benefit the most from Bandit starts, are Optic, FaZe, and SSG. Which coincidentally are the top 3 teams now. Or not coincidentally. Because they're the best for a reason.
One of the closest games we'll ever see in Halo, I mean not ever, but one of the closest games we've seen at least this year.
Like, bro, I think
this one's looked a little bit less contested.
Optic with Bandit starts
really
goes crazy. FaZe obviously.
Slaying teams in the world.
But SSG too, like,
could have been much closer. At least in the 3rd round, it's about as close as they can get. I think it ended up as a 1-point difference, but here we are on.
I like that little insta-explode.
Yeah, with one. Yeah, exactly. The points and seconds as close as you could get.
But bro, my hot take is that if you did Bandit starts, the top 3 would not change at all.
Negative with the deaths, and this is where Space Station are starting to slow down the pace. Eco is a great player to do that.
Might change the order. You know what I'm saying?
Controls the pacing of the game, and now he needs to escape with his life, and he tries to do that. But
like maybe
traps right there.
SSG might be reeling a little bit after
That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't ever count out Avacadus. You can't ever count out fucking Stellar and Eco.
I mean, that was as close as it could
and get. Bound.
We're still talking about it in game.
And fucking Penguin.
Imagine Magic, it might be lingering a little bit in the
Penguin's
minds
good
of
too.
SSG.
I'm not as high on him as I am some of the rest, but
exactly right. They need to have a short memory on both sides, whether it's off of
not to be overlooked.
Off of a loss, you need to shake it off and then treat this as if it was that game 1 all over again. Bring the same level of intensity.
Bound would absolutely be nasty with Bandit starts.
Live in your mind, and hopefully like Space Station can find a way to bring back this game, bring back this series, and tie it up.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Renegade at the back of C. It's Eco finding the shots. I don't know if that Stalker might be out of ammo. It looks like Eco might double back to look for it. Royal 2 here at the top of C, though, is going to find Eco.
I mean,
as Eco overextends.
seen what Bound can do with the fucking Halo 5 Magnum.
Last game, meaning this game's lead slayer. It's Eco
SSG coming back?
Space Station right back.
Might have spoke a little too soon, as it looks like SSG has that mid-game regain in them as they're now down only 3. Frosty leading his squad with the most kills, excuse me, one off the most kills, but he got the most assists and least deaths. So I'm going to be looking to Frosty. I'm going to be looking to the Rookie of the Year Bound as the 2 players to watch as we descend into the 35s. This is really when the Slayer starts. Only down 1 now is SSG. It's tied.
Tied up by Penguin's rocket. Can he stay alive? The grenade's going to find him. That rocket is going to sit at the bottom of the tower. This fight now, it's FaZe Clan with the numbers. They're gonna scoop up that rocket. It's back in the hands, the familiar hands of Snakebite.
Oh,
and
shit.
He didn't even use one. What a smart
And
move
we have a bang out, gentlemen.
Player's weak. You can hold onto the rocket for when you really need it. As FaZe peek out a 1-point lead, Snakebite's trying to double it up. You can find a
Could have shot that rocket.
The patience, the restraint. This is why Snakebite is the player that FaZe trusts with that rocket.
Yeah, Royal 2 with the great comms there. The quick, he's one. Alerted Snakebite to know that he did not need that one rocket in the tube to take him down. Only needed one headshot from the battle rifle. That's exactly what we saw. Because of it, the butterfly effect now is an extra kill. It looks like for FaZe Clan, but instead it's
okay.
taking himself down. I'm not sure what.
Hang on though.
I think he hit the side of that right.
No,
it just
no.
dinged to where he thought he was gonna get the kill on
no.
the Penguin, but for a moment of time, we actually
no.
had both.
What in the goddamn server?
So
no, hang on.
That
was no way that was PJ.
I thought that maybe Space Station had forgotten about Snakebite, had forgotten about that rocket, but FaZe is not gonna make the same
Was that
mistake.
server side? What the fuck did I just see?
Might be in the hands of Royal
Hang on, bro.
As the trade of kills go down, it's FaZe with the slightest of leads.
All right, Royal 2. Hey, this is a chance to pick up where you left off and go down again against it. Royal,
what the fuck?
FaZe Clan has not had any fortune, any luck with those rockets in the last 2-3 minutes or so. It could be their undoing, but they're up 1, 44-43. Now tied all. Oh my God.
Yeah, the curse.
They're all trapped bottom middle though.
That rocket launcher might just be cursed.
They're all trapped bottom middle. Renegade's gonna pick them off.
You know what? Renegade is gonna break the curse. The double kill with the last rocket, giving FaZe the 2-point.
He's not gonna check the corner.
Right behind him. He didn't check his corners. It's Royal 2. Luckily,
holy shit.
He had a teammate to quite literally watch his back.
Yeah, you can almost see Renegade look back at Royal 2 and say, "Hey, thanks, bud. Appreciate that." Could have had me looking twisted on the broadcast instead. The back smack does not go
twisted. All right, that was a little faded. Oh, FaZe is gonna choke this. FaZe is gonna choke this. FaZe is gonna choke this dead ass dude. No, they're gonna lose this.
Bound finds a ping. Bound is the player that gets the 1-point lead for Space Station. Now, all of a sudden, it's Space
FaZe
Station
just overheated the fuck out of that push.
from taking this game, from tying the series. Is it going to be Eco, the all-around slay leader, 16 kills in the high ground
way
position?
overextended
Look at
Evocatus.
Space Station rotating to that B side. Driveway is going to be low ground position. Frosty, if you peek your head,
FaZe way overheated on that one.
BRs, but Rocket's also just 2 seconds away. FaZe are holding at the back of Subway, and now they're pushing with numbers. It's a risky play.
Okay, 49. Oh hell nah. Oh hell nah.
Is it just bait?
This round looking like an SND match. 5-5 game 11 round 11.
Oh hell nah.
Looks like FaZe Clan go down.
I don't know if they go wide there, bro.
Tying this series at 1. Unbelievable.
I don't know if they should go wide there.
I can't. I don't even have words. We just
I mean, I understand they're trying to like be thorough and shit, but like, I think because they just fought most of them. How many do they see? They see 1. They see 2. Okay, fair enough. They only see 2. On Observer, we can see all of them are there, but they only ever saw 2 guys. So they didn't know where the other 2 were, so I'll let that one slide. But yeah, if they just ran at them, they would have won that shit.
Hands on my head, mouth agape, because I
would agree, Wayne Doodle. I think Tommy Lucid is less prone to those sort of mental lapses. I mean, yeah, it's not even really. I mean, it is a lapse. It's like a momentary mental lapse. But
FaZe and SSG have what's brewing.
Because that's not the worst play in the world. Like, that's genuinely not that bad, what Renegade just did.
I can't remember.
But, like, yeah, those little things are the difference between winning and losing those games 50-49. So in the same way, it is very important.
Has given us everything, and it's guaranteed to go to that game 4. It's a 1-1 series. The clutch up, the ice up there from Eco on the comeback. I think at one point in mid-game, it was an 8-point lead, if I'm not mistaken, from FaZe.
Hell of a comeback by SSG, too. I gotta see what the fuck happened with the Snakebite Rocket, dude.
2-all was when they made that comeback.
Yeah, it was even going into the 30.
Was that a server side thing, or did he deadass just rocket himself, man?
Absolutely. When Slayers technically had the advantage, had the lead, and I hate to key in on this because I don't think it was necessarily like a bad play or a dumb play by Snakebite, but just something happened. Like the ghost of A Tower popped up on streets.
That's what I'm saying. I need to see what happened there, dude. Because it didn't look like he rocketed himself.
That was the difference right there.
Yeah, it was the Rockets at the back of A that you thought he had a clean shot onto Penguin, who had almost looked like had forgotten about Snakebite, had forgotten about that rocket, and it turned into the self-detonation. I mean, I can relate. Don't put the rockets in my hand. It was an unfortunate Puckett-esque play that was the undoing of FaZe at the end of the day.
All right, let me see this.
That was just
about to come up.
Unbelievable. I think we're getting closer. Here it is. There's that 35-35 tie. Yeah. And that's what you do, Magic. When you hold on to the Rockets like you saw Snakebite do, the teams lose track of them as it looks like.
Oh my god, it clips the side. No.
When that rocket gets fired.
His reticle was clear, but the barrel was not.
You have to remember, the rockets fire from the right side.
Yep.
How when you throw a grenade, it comes from your left hand. So
yep, it hits the wall.
Left with grenades, with rockets.
Also, he twisted his reticle right. He did flick his reticle right.
From the right. Despite the reticule being a little bit to the left, it was just enough on the wall there to take down Snakebite for the collateral damage, that -1.
So maybe he rocketed himself.
As FaZe go down to SSG 50-49, we have a tie series 1-1 and Magic 1-1. That's been the difference for each of these games. So again, I can't imagine a closer.
Fuck, man.
I've not seen a closer series in Halo Infinite after 2 games. This is unreal.
He said I've not.
Oddball game 1 went to round
it might be, it might not be.
49-49, and Eco gets the final kill for the 1 for SSG. How can they keep up the pace of this series? There's a lot of expectations.
It's a little bit PJ's fault. It's a little bit PJ's fault.
Not able to be part of the equation. A little bit of frustration as we head into game number 3. Now this is where that mental is put to the ultimate test for both teams. Space Station might have clutched up and the adrenaline is probably pumping, but they need to come out to fight in the early stages of this game. Any one encounter could be the tipping point.
Stupid Rockets. I agree.
Yeah,
Rockets and Schemer actually a joke. No matter what.
Individually and showing us why with their
no matter what.
Today. It's going to come down to the mental battle.
All right, bro, that's
Magic.
so obnoxious. If you're bound,
SSG, the winner of this
bound just hit like 2 shots, and nobody else did anything.
Perceive in their minds this series as a 0-0, almost like the first 2 games didn't even happen because they've taken so much energy exertion,
all right, chat.
right? So
hit Pond Park again
mentally and view this series as a 0-0. I think they have the best chance of coming out here in game 3 and turning the tide in their favor.
Mentally reset and treat this as a best of 3, if you will. Renegade with the heat wave, melds for the kill.
I'm also actually, I'm gonna go grab a drink really quick. I will be right back. Give me like 10 seconds.
Yeah. FaZe is gonna keep them with that B-side control, but Space Station again with that quick adjustment. We've seen it time and time again. They have the A and C sides instead. They kind of gave up that push onto B and made the best out of it.
Well, this is interesting. FaZe won game 1, and then they started off game 2 really well. Game 2, though, was won by SSG, and game 3 has started off really well by FaZe here instead. So, going to be curious to see which of these, again, 2 teams is able to battle the mental exertion more so than even each other here in this one, as it looks like FaZe is able to edge out SSG by a count of 3-1, and Renegade recontrolling that C capture points should continue the scoring in their favor.
Well, when you're looking at these 2 teams, you're looking at FaZe as the number 2 seed. You'd think they have the advantage, but the last time from my memory that these 2 teams have matched up in an HCS official event was a month ago. It was the 4K number 1 on April 2nd. where we saw them in this exact spot, winner semifinals. And guess what? That series went to a game 5 where FaZe won 3-2. Then they had a rematch in elimination finals where FaZe won 3-0. So a little bit of a similar storyline brewing here where these two teams find themselves back in that winners finals and with a high likelihood of another game 5 on our hands.
I returned. What did I miss?
See it happening, right, Magic? It just seems like so much is
holy piston.
So much is in balance right now in the Halo community, where last week we saw Optic fall and go down. FaZe took advantage of it. This kind of feels like SSG's week to do the same thing, right? Take advantage of the mixiness right now and the parity in the HCS where anybody could beat anybody, and we're seeing exactly that here in this series.
Well, so far in game number 3, a little bit of an early lead here from FaZe, 50-odd seconds. SSG now with the majority
I love
of
it when it's
controls.
mixy.
They have both B and C. Here comes Snakefight, a 1v1 against last year's Rookie of the Year, Bound, and it's Bound even with the low ground, dodging grenades, Matrix style, in order to stay alive and win out the sleigh.
Yeah, and you'd probably be.
Bro, that's 2 in a row. If Bound hits Snakebite again, he's got him in a box. Oh my god.
Exactly why, again,
Bound has Snakebite in his back pocket.
Showing their full strengths and magic. With us being less than a month out from DreamHack and the players at the top showing this level of performance, we're in for a treat when it comes to LAN.
I cannot wait. I physically cannot wait for that to happen, to see these teams back on.
I can't fucking wait for Dallas either.
Made of online. They need to give themselves the best seeding position for those LAN tournaments. And today has a lot at stake for that reason. Frosty hits the body shot onto one, the melee onto the second. Bound and Stellar with the perfect bait and switch in order to stay alive. Sniper's gonna switch hands into Space Station's control.
This is so impressive to me, Magic. You have FaZe Clan down a team wipe, but up on SSG. That is extremely impressive, and that's part of the narrative I think we've been following for FaZe Clan throughout this year. Is we know they can slay out. Can they play objective, efficient Halo? They're doing that here in this game, but just like that, Space Station on the brink of a trip cap and flipping this lead.
They're trying to answer that question for you, Mikowski. They're trying to show that they are the well-rounded team that can handle this matchup. Even that reset from Eco still has some of the overshield left, so looking for kind of an isolated 1v1 to take advantage of that shield. It's going to be the team fire credited with the kill. Stellar and Penguin each find a pick. And SSG, they were down early stages, but now this triple cap keeps them climbing further and further away from FaZe.
Oh, and I love that play there from Eco as he turned his back to an opponent on dummy doors, but knew he could because he had the extra damage resist with that overshield, was able to take down Snakebite at the screen door. Teammate took down the dummy, and SSG now just about...
All right, a little bit of a faded chow. It's all good.
That FaZe Clan regains the scoring at a time when they needed it most.
It's Eco versus Royal.
A little bit pissed on. It's all good.
Royal 2 finds the kill. FaZe are winning out at the Slays, as you said, right when they need it most. Right when SSG looked like they were starting to run away with this game, FaZe stabilized. They have the 2 zones. Renegade has Stellar on the run, and he gets the shots. He gets the takedown. He steals.
Yeah, PJ kind of having some tough games so far.
Before Stellar could put it to work in close quarters.
And it does look like FaZe will, in fact, tie this game or at least get right on the brink of it as they've mounted a comeback. And that's, again, part of the narrative we've been talking about.
Yeah, Renegade not very involved so far.
One team wins a match or wins a,
like, bro, look at the interactions the Royal 2 and Frosty have compared to Renegade.
With a better answer, which is why I feel like this one's destined for a best of 5.
I mean, bro, at least PJ has 12 deaths. At least he's out there shooting, putting damage, you know what I'm saying?
The lead has changed hands.
At least he evolved.
It might come down to this overshield pickup. Who gains the momentum here in the late stages of the match?
All right, Renegade, good kill.
Clearing out 1 kill, looking for
okay, good double.
Gets the double kill with the bank shot.
It's because Renegade plays like me, bro. It's because Renegade is always on a flank, bro.
Full overshield to work with. Bound is 16 and 7. You add the sniper rifle. You
add the overshield. Bound is going crazy, bro.
Just steamrolling death and destruction onto FaZe. Is it going to be enough?
Not just both of the spikes.
Stellar is here to help with the objective control. Bound is looking for more battles to fight, and he wins another crucial one onto Snakebite.
What an impressive performance here from Bound. One of the most difficult things about starting off hot, Magic, like Bound did at 10 and 5, is continuing that on throughout the game. And that level of play against the likes of FaZe Clan is extremely difficult to do. But look at this. He's done one better.
He's going crazy, bro.
Almost KD. Bound absolutely popping off.
He's going fucking crazy.
The VR, the positioning are all on point as he rotates now to C and has another trip path likely for SSG. Unbelievable performance.
Oh, he's gonna, yeah.
Oh,
didn't do enough damage.
Taken down, but Bound started off the game hot. He
Damn.
Slay after slay as he hits 20 on the board. More importantly, though, Space Station with a
bro, this motherfucker is 20 and 8.
Are a little bit of trying to
oh my
capture
god.
at the same time. But that could be a risky maneuver if they can't capitalize on either of them. Right now, Renegade's priority is just to stay alive, just to be a distraction, and even better, a little gravy on top if he can grab the sniper.
What?
This would be a great setup for FaZe.
Not the gravy.
But they don't. So right now they're essentially just playing defense. That's
all right. Sorry, Chad. I'll have the camera back on in a second.
With that opening break snipe,
I'm trying to hit the Pine Park when I'm fucking around, bro.
Push all the way through.
My fault. My fault.
The essence. SSG only needs 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds, and they'll win this game. So I'm expecting to see an increase in aggressiveness, an increased in sense of urgency here for FaZe.
And Renegade is just body shotting left and right. He had 1 assist off it. There's the 2nd assist. He's just doing that opening damage, but look how much time Space Station have won. They're only 16 seconds away from the win. And guess who it is? No surprise. It's Bound with the crucial shutdown. Meanwhile, though, Snakebite has that objective control rotating to the back of A. It's FaZe needing to get nearly 120 straight points if they're going to get the comeback.
Hey, FaZe has had the sniper, FaZe has had the overshield. Now it really just comes down to, again, that conversation around efficiency. What do you do with it? As we see Frosty earn the double kill, but that's not even enough to flip B into their favor. In fact, A is going to be flipping into SSG's favor. So despite a really strong performance just recently from Frosty, it's FaZe who likely won't continue scoring if Bound continues to pop off. 23 and 9, 24.
Bound got the reset.
Bro,
Bound got the play. They
Bound is him.
Twice in a row right there. It looked like FaZe had it one over, but now it's Penguin.
That's game.
That might just be the winning trip.
I don't know why that lagged, but that's game.
SSG go up in the series.
All right, and that's what I was looking for, Magic. Which one of these two teams can win 2 in a row? That is going to be such a difficult task in this series. But off the rip, or off the break, off of game 3, it's SSG taking that lead in the series. FaZe had it at the 1-0 mark, but after 2 incredibly clutch performances from SSG, they now
SSG's up 2-1.
The first game that looked a little uncontested compared to the first 2.
Bro, Voxer said it's getting late, bro. Come on. I stayed up for this shit. Y'all can't let me down like this.
Started to run away, and here's the man of the hour. It's Bound himself. Ends the game with 24 and 10.
And I'm staying up for y'all.
He had 50% more slays than the top slayer on FaZe.
Yeah, but FaZe is the slayout team, Magic.
Not in game number 3. Not in this stronghold of Fly Fire. Today is Bound.
And I say that because I think people have, and it's weird because it's hard to sleep on a 3 seed, but I think because of how strong Optic and FaZe have been at that 1.
Fuck, Argyle is next.
Themselves in the grand final.
Damn it.
What looks like the rest of perpetuity, at least the rest of the 2023.
That just reminded me, yeah.
Space
and then
Station.
Aquarius game 5. Yo, low key.
This is the Space Station roster who last year.
We stopped playing Aquarius game 5.
So this is, I don't know if this is respect being put on the name of SSG.
I mean, shit, I don't.
It's just them finally answering the bell when it comes
I don't know
to
what's better.
Competition against that Optic or FaZe, but this is exactly what you wanted to see from SSG, and I think for a lot of people, this is
I don't
what
know,
we've
man.
been expecting to see is
maybe Aquarius TS is the game 5, man.
3, 4, 5, 6 breaking into the top 2, and what better team?
I feel like we play for game 5 every time.
Likelihood chance based on the points and positioning that they have in that 3 spot.
Yeah, I think it's a great reference back to season 1 because this SSG
so these
roster,
new
at
cinematics
that time,
and
Cloud9.
assets for LVT are so sick, so clean.
Now that spot's been kind of overtaken by FaZe, this roster that people saw built together, compiled together as the quote-unquote Optic killer. I think is what they were calling for FaZe. They were saying take the best of the best to try to take down Optic, but you can't underestimate a team like Space Station. You can't underestimate these 4 players. Optic might be next up on the list, but they have to get through Space Station, who has that 1 game advantage.
Yeah, and this is why you could theoretically put together a team of 4 Lucids or the 4 best players in the league, and it does not guarantee success. Team composition and chemistry, cohesion, communication are much more important than individual skill here in Halo, which is why it's plausible and possible for the likes of SSG to upset this FaZe Clan or even Optic Gaming World Championship roster despite all that.
if history repeats itself, 1 month ago in 4K #1, FaZe and Space Station, they met right here on Argyle CTF, and the outcome was a 1-0 victory for Space Station.
1-0.
Could this be them securing their spot in the finals with the upset over FaZe?
Oh, that was
if
close.
history repeats itself, Royal 2 might be the difference maker. Half of that sniper ammo left to deal with, but watch out, incoming frags as they try to flush him out of that high ground position.
And I'd be really curious to know what FaZe's record is here in Argyle CTF, because I really think it favors
Star Wars
them,
Day.
right? In a CTF where you need not only one slay or team-wide 2, just pull flag, but you might need 2 or 3 to score. It seems like the edge would go to FaZe Clan in a series like that where you expect them to outslay Space Station. So
yeah,
I don't know if history repeats itself. Yes, SSG will win this game, but if the history of slaying repeats itself for FaZe Clan, they should win this game and send us to a game 5. It's too hard to tell though, Matt. It's too close.
Mikowski, I'm so sorry. You listened to me so well, and I appreciate you, but I was wrong. It was the other way around. It was FaZe with the 1-0 lead. And when you were talking, I remembered because in that win, I called it our Guile. FaZe calls it our Guile. Remember, they possess this map because they are 10-0.
What the fuck?
There you go.
Argyle. So I'm sorry, guys. I gave you misinformation. I had the score backwards. In fact, FaZe, as far as I know, is undefeated in HCS Season 2 when it comes to Argyle, but it was a close game. It was still that 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and on Argyle, that's sometimes all you get. It's
Motherfucker said our Guile.
Soccer match where both teams are playing heavy defense, parking the bus.
Word?
Sometimes you end up with those 1-0 finishes as we have one flag out for SSG.
Damn, this guy just body shotted everyone.
2v2 in the feed for now. SSG with pressure, though, on FaZe.
Look at the stats, though, Mikowski. Like, they could not be more even. The only standout stat that I'm looking at is that Renegade has 3 assists where other players have 1, right? So some nice team fire there from Renegade, but kills left to right are nearly identical, about as close as it could be. Bound is trying to be the difference maker, trying to shake things up here on the side of Space Station. They might remember that 0-1 loss to FaZe Clan 1 month ago and trying to flip that script as Bound gets the flag on the move.
Pull number 1, that was to crack the shields. Pull number 2 is to progress on this map. And with Stellar popping off at top mid, taking the slays at the right time, right place, SSG should put their first one on the board. And Magic, when you consider the fact that the last time these two teams played, the entirety of the 15 minutes came down to 1-0 for FaZe. After just 4 minutes, 5 minutes for Space Station, they're up 1-0.
Imagine it, though. FaZe once again find themselves with that mental battle, that fortitude needing to show itself. And you got 4 fierce competitors here on the side of FaZe. What a great way to do it. But they need to change the outcome of this game here at mid-game. It's going to be hard to do if Stellar keeps lining up snipes like that. He's 7-2 right now.
I just love Stellar's demeanor. I think you need a guy like Stellar on the team, regardless of hitting shots.
Just a body, relax.
So within himself, right? His reaction to winning a championship is probably the same to losing a championship. And not that you want every guy on the team to be stoic like that, but you need a Stellar. You need a guy who's stoic to really reel things in.
What's up, Nepsis? How's it going, bro?
Like this Magic, where it's so intense, it's insane.
How you doing, man?
These games are wild. Coming down
to
it
really is.
Kill 1 second. You need a Stellar.
I love watching people like Stellar and Royal 2 that just have the like super smooth, like slow aimers.
Here is he's 9-3, ultimately goes down, but it's been the pressure at top mid from Stellar. That's a big reason
why
SSG
some of my favorites.
is up 1-0.
What's good, Nepsis? How you doing, bro?
For that camo, but I think he's aware of
What's up, Dying Prodigy?
Oversight with the snipe, trying to bait out.
Who's the money in this match? I mean, shit, I would say FaZe, but SSG's up 2-1. End up 1-0 in the game.
Eco just scoping across the map, heavily defensive.
So shit, I don't know.
Enough to keep FaZe at bay. That camo at top mid.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing today, man?
But right now it's Snakebite with the sniper picked
good
up
seeing y'all in the chat.
body of the teammate. Still has to deal with Eco on the other side.
And still has to push out of their base. Now you see Eco and
Eco is pissing on
playing
them
defensively, but they can afford to, right? Up 1-0 on Argyle. That's almost like a 2-0.
And they won camo too.
And they won camo too. So you're gonna start to see. I think SSG will still continue to push for flags here, Magic, but you're gonna see them kind of.
All right, bro. FaZe is just getting fucking blamed.
Like
Holy shit.
Penguin and the rest of SSG are in full control because of this 1-0 lead.
Penguin and Eco hit headshot snipes at the same time. Both snipes in control of SSG, and they are just being a suppressive force that FaZe Clan can't break out of. The only hope right now for FaZe is that
on FaZe day today, sadly. I mean, maybe not, bro. But I mean, shit, this series ain't over. We'll see. Bro, 6.5 minutes on Argyle is a goddamn eternity.
Around behind through that vent. Here comes the fight. Nearly hits
And his melee didn't count either. What the fuck?
Back-to-back crucial slays. Space Station go 3 down.
All right, and this is a chance for FaZe Clan right here. Got to push past the mid.
I feel that, Nepsis. You ain't got to apologize for nothing, bro.
A sniper that would likely be in the hands of Bound instead.
To be fair, I don't even really be playing Infinite that much these days. I be occupying my time with other shit. The main shit that we do on stream these days, we be watching the tournaments. I be watching the COD League. And I play hella other games, bro. I be running little single player games, old Halo campaigns. Oh, he whiffs. It's gonna be a 1-1 game. Oh, what?
And SSG now potentially looking at a tie if Royal 2 can put this in. And he does.
It's a 1-1 game. Yeah, life's going good, man. I just recently moved to Houston, so I'm living with some homies. I'm posted up in Houston now. But I'm back to full-time gaming for the moment.
The right player from FaZe to get that capture because he was the
got a tournament coming up here in a few weeks.
To move the distance of the map. In fact, Royal 2 is having a great run. It's only going to be.
I am chilling. I'm doing great.
Penguin throwing snipes like he's throwing hands there at close quarter combat. Eventually goes down, but most importantly, the pressure for SSG.
But hope life's been treating you well also, Nepsis.
Like Argyle, Magic, you got to use a ton of resources to score. You expect
like I said, it's good to see you in the chat.
Map control, but instead, it's SSG who look equally up to the fight for mid map. But you got Renegade there with the grapple.
But yeah, I was gonna say,
options to work with as well.
Don't trip. Like everybody's always like, oh, like I'd be around more, but like I just don't play the game that much or whatever, and it's like nobody does, bro. I'm not tripping about it. You know what I'm saying?
But the slays that make the difference. A lot of it has been set up by teammates who you see.
Everybody's got life going on. Everybody's doing their own thing.
Obviously, it's the team play here from FaZe that's gonna get them back in this game, but not if FaZe can.
I don't know much about this, but is Texas like the hub for streamers, gamers? It is kind of becoming that, yeah, Avaka's over the last couple of years. There's a few things that make it really good for gaming specifically. What's up, Spartan Ghost? How's it going, bro? Good to see you in the chat, bro. But yeah. Over the past couple of years, there are a few things that have made Texas like really popular for streamers. The internet is one of the main things. Texas has super fast internet, cost of living, the food options. There's a lot of it's fairly central. There's a lot of business stuff here, and it's very easy to travel to events and places around the United States from here. Like,
now we have a nice defensive stop here from Space Station, but it's
there's like a lot of reasons.
They're not holding defense to hold on to the lead. They're holding defense.
I'm doing great, Spartan Ghost. I am doing great. We've actually just been talking about it a little bit in the stream, but I just moved recently. I just moved to Houston, so I've been getting settled the past few weeks. Be back to full-time gaming for the moment, so been trying to put in some work and make some cool shit. Got the NBA playoffs going on recently. A lot of shit going on.
I wonder if they're going to play a little careful here, knowing that they can't afford to lose these snipers. And they might just as Bound down to no shield.
Houston looks lit. It is lit, bro. Rocket's my favorite team in the NBA. I wish I could see them live. We're garbage right now. Hey, but that's one of the pluses though, Nepsis, is that we are huge basketball fans, and I'm a huge baseball fan. So.
The icy player from the opposing side.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Spartan Ghost, but I'm cool on the guns. I will say, actually, technically, I'm moving back to Houston because I lived actually in Katy before I moved to Tennessee. So I lived in Katy, moved to, which is like in Houston, moved from there to Nashville in Tennessee, lived there for a few years, and then moved back. So I'm actually living like 20 minutes from where I lived last. Yeah, I was going to say, Nepsis, we are huge sports fans, and we're trying to go to like tons of games, like me, Cole, Justin, and so actually the Rockets being the worst team in the NBA kinda like helps us because like yeah, it would be dope if the Rockets were still good, but like also they have like the cheapest tickets in the NBA right now. Penguin is home free. Alright, minute 50 on the game clock. Alright, I gotta lock in on the game a little bit. Over here talking.
He might even, don't be surprised if you see him turn around and grab that snipe and throw it off the map as
2-1 SSG
is now in the driver's seat with this 2-1 lead. A minute and a half to go on Argyle.
Yeah, see, that's not even that bad, Nepsis. But like I get it. Like I went from that those speeds pretty much to fiber in my last apartment, and then I went from that to I still have fiber here, so I have like I've been spoiled with the internet the past like 2 years.
But the flag is on the run. It's halfway through. Penguin hits another snipe, and it's looking.
Got the fat ass reticle.
As just a minute and change left on the clock.
Ain't nobody capping an Argyle in 1 minute. I don't know, bro.
CTF Argyle and also lose out on the
I don't know, bro.
It's the dueling strategy, Magic. FaZe, remember, they scored first. They kind of stepped back.
Renegades in their base. I don't know. They're just going to double team the shit out of Royal 2.
Scores 1, not 1. Scores 2 to take the lead, and they continue pulling flags. So it goes to show.
Ooh, Renegade. All right, 3 dead. Hang on. Hang on.
Just as 3 go down the
Hang on.
Final hope. This is maybe even the final chance.
Wait.
To avoid elimination in the upper bracket.
Frosty gets that flagpole, but it was off.
Oh, stellar. Royal 2's there. He made it.
Now it's Royal 2 picking up the flag, hoping that the respawners get back in time to provide some cover. 22 seconds on the clock. Here comes Eco, potentially for the reset. Picks up those 2 frags. Has sights on the Royal 2.
Oh my God. He's gonna die.
Frosty.
Royal 2 is still alive.
Has to stay alive here. You could argue the same for every single member of FaZe.
What the fuck?
With 1 HP in a dream. Oh
my God.
They gotta go. Oh wait, no, they're gonna get sudden death. They're fine. They're fine. They're good. Bound is there. Wait.
On the clock. You see that pie.
Wait.
Here comes Renegade trying to help with the flag maneuver.
They got Bound.
Bound gets a kill on the other.
No, what the fuck? Hang on, Bound it. Bound just 1v4'd. Bound just 1v4'd. Bound just 1v4'd. Bound just 1v4'd. What the fuck? I didn't even know what was going on.
Wow.
Bound just 1v4, dude. What the fuck, man? That's good, Teach.
Magic, we have the highest likelihood.
What the fuck was that?
SSG takes down FaZe, and this might be one of their first wins online against FaZe. As I can really only remember Optic
Holy shit.
Won at one point, beating FaZe online. Optic and FaZe so difficult to beat online. So for SSG, despite
what's good, Teach? My fucking guy.
Feels like
how's it going, bro?
A substantial upset, but a substantial turning point in their organization's Season 2 history.
Yeah, and things were kind of broken apart in the last 4K when Optic got eliminated early.
How we been? We've been chilling, bro. We've been chilling. We actually just been talking about it in the chat, but I got all moved to. I moved to Houston, and I've been all settled there for. It's probably been like what, 3 weeks since I've been here? Close to a month almost. I'm all settled in Houston. I'm chilling. Be back to the full-time gaming shit.
G1 is in lowers. FaZe is
we got an event coming up.
Unbelievable how many teams that you'd expect to be
a lot of stuff going on, bro.
In the upper bracket. They're on the lower side.
Holy shit, bro! SSG just really did that. That's wild.
This was really clutch. This was.
Who plays next?
It's obviously that doesn't have the emphasis or impact of a LAN. But
hey, sounds good, Avakis. Much love, brother. Appreciate you kicking it with us. Have a dope rest of your night, man. See you again soon, brother.
Because you've done it before, right? And I just
Rapping Optic? I'm not sure. I assume they're still in. I assume they're still in the upper bracket somewhere. They'll probably play pretty soon here. Or also, they're probably going to show us the bracket here in a second, so we'll probably see who's going to play next. I think Optic is still in.
Didn't play as well as they would have liked. Now, with just 1 online tournament left.
Oh, I'm loving it, Teach. We've been talking about it, but we got the good internet, we got the good food, we got access to, you know, baseball and basketball and shit. Like, I got homies here. Plus, I got more homies moving here, so, you know. I'm loving it. I'm chilling.
Like some of the best that we've seen from them all season and ready to take.
Oh, we're H4F Spartan Ghost. I feel that. I'm down to be H4F, bro. I just don't know when they play. No, I'm loving it, Teach. I've been kind of splitting my time between Halo and COD and whatever single player game we're playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. And for Renegade, the former member of this former C9 roster, stings a little bit to lose.
Michigan's not it. Y'all do got the legal green though. Y'all got the legal Pine Park, which I'm still pretty jealous about. That's the one thing we don't have.
Native Red beat Optic, so it's just again
or it might be medical here actually.
Could not be any higher as
now that I think about
it. Really does feel like anybody's game at this time.
It does seem like anybody's tournament. It's up for grabs. We're seeing one upset already, and I am not sure there's going to be more.
But bro, I mean,
from the lower bracket.
more the merrier, bro.
The winners
let's get a whole community popping.
Optic versus Native Red. Before we do that,
yo, let's get everybody moved into a cul-de-sac down here, Teej, and then we can all just run 8s whenever we want on land. X Nepsis. Now I've played some ungodly players in that game. No, I've played, bro, it's actually crazy that I've played more cheaters in MW2 than I have in Halo Infinite. It's actually kind of wild. That's what I'm saying, Teej. We just have our little cul-de-sac where the gamers live. Call it the G-spot. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I've put a lot of thought into this. Bro, there's a world where that sticky gets like a fucking triple. Also, damn, who plays next? Maybe one day, maybe one day. Well, shit, what you had going on recently? Teej, how life been treating you, bro? You been working? You been grinding? Bro, this is goddamn tragic. How's life been treating you, brother? I hope it's all been good. Oh, Snakebite did not rocket himself. He put out a tweet about it. Holy shit. Am I playing Jedi Survivor? Probably. So I don't have it yet. But I probably will play it. I did play Fallen Order. So I was thinking about playing a Star Wars game today because it's fucking Star Wars Day. Like, there's a couple different options. Like, I got Force Unleashed, I got other shit. I got Dallas just put me onto Star Wars Squadrons and shit. So like, there's a couple different things I could play, but I don't. Yeah, Battlefront. Like, I was thinking about playing some Star Wars shit today, but I don't have Jedi Survivor yet. Plus, I think I would want to play Fallen Order again before I play Jedi Survivor. So I think I'll probably get Jedi Survivor in like a month or two. Like, I definitely want to play that game. I think I'll probably just get to it a little late. We'll see, Spartan Ghost. We'll see how we're feeling. We gotta watch the 2K for another little while. But yeah, definitely later. Like, I don't know, in an hour or two, whenever we're feeling like switching it up. Definitely, I think I want to play a Star Wars game. We'll see. We'll see. Hang on, let me see if I can pull up the PJ tweet. Lucid 360'd me 8 hours ago, still pissed. On live fire? God damn. That is tragic. That is tragic. You will recover. You shall recover and come back stronger. Bro, where the fuck is his tweet? Alright, I'm pissed. I'm just fucking pulling it up. What the hell? Here. Oh, bitch. This was the fucking screenshot. This is where his reticle is. This is what he sees on his screen whenever he fucking blows himself up, dude. Hey, sometimes you just gotta tip it, Spartan Ghost. This is nerdy, but what gamertag sounds like the best / like a great player? So Nepsis, I feel like the trend these days is like having clean gamer tags. You know what I'm saying? Like one word or one name that just kind of flows. You know what I'm saying? So I would say I would probably say something simple that's like one word, that's like one name, that's kind of cool. But also I don't think you. Oh yeah, Optic and Native Red. I didn't even fucking notice. Let's go. Yeah. Also, I feel like you don't want to sound super try hard, so you don't want to do something super intense or whatever. I mean, thing is though, you can do whatever the fuck you want. My gamer tag's Reclximer, so I can't say shit, dude. My gamer tag's like the nerdiest shit, and it's not simple. But it kind of works because my name's Clay, so. But I would say Nepsis just by itself is alright. What, Teo or Teo? That's pretty good. I like that because shit that's very short like that, that's nicknames where you're almost where you're known by one name. I think that shit's cool. So having one name that's 3 or 4 letters, I think that's fire. I think we drop in frames. Sorry, yo. There you go, Gnosis. There you go, bro. But I hope that reasoning makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. Because you see what the trend is these days. Look at the gamer tags for Optic, or not the gamer tags, but their actual names: Lucid, Trippy, APG, Formal. It's all clean. It's all one word. Manny, Druck, Pollock. You know what I'm saying? Soul Snipe doesn't count. Soul Snipe also cool dude. Cool dude. Nothing but respect for him. He's fucking nasty. He's great. He's cool. I think that's a contender for worst gamer tag in the league, though. Gotta be. That one doesn't really apply. Bro, am I wrong? Am I wrong, Chad? Yo, what's up, Devos? How's it going, bro? Welcome to the chat. It's the Mister. I mean, that's definitely a big part of it. But also, bro, what is Soul Snipe? What does that mean? But no, the Mister's a big part of it for sure. You think Optic 3-2? I mean, shit, dude, it's on the line. Optic might fucking 3-0. Or Native might 3-0. Not Optic might 3-0. Yo, chat. Optic's gonna win game 1. If anything, so Optic's gonna win game 1. Native Red is gonna win either game 2 or 3, and then Optic's gonna close it out game 4. Argyle flag. Boom. Feeling good? Hey, I'm glad to hear it, Devos. Like I said, it's good to see you in the chat, bro. I'm chilling, bro. We are vibing. I'm parking and watching some Halo right now. Just chilling. We might fuck around and play a Star Wars game here in a little while because it's fucking Star Wars Day. We might do that in like an hour or 2 or something like that, but on top of that, bro, we got playoff basketball tonight. I'm fucking chilling, dude. We got Lakers Warriors at 8, so I'm absolutely vibing today, bro. Like I said, man, I'm glad to hear you doing well, and good to have you in the chat. It's good to have all y'all in the chat, man. I appreciate all y'all rocking with me today, man. Like I said, I hope everybody's chilling. Hope we vibing today.
For some competitive high-octane Halo is being delivered right here in this.
One of the greatest comebacks that we've seen in Halo Infinite history. Double kill. Triple kill.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're picking up right where we left off. Nat, we have the opportunity.
Lakers in 6, Nuggets in 5. Dude, I said Nuggets in 5 too.
Because I wouldn't want to have to pick between these two matchups as we head over into the other
Fuck the
side.
Suns.
The same mapping mode. This side is Optic versus Native Red. We're Magikowski. I'm Magic Moonshot. Old Man Mikowski.
Hell yeah, great minds, Nepsis. Great minds, bro.
Well, the context for this series is massive because Native Red with Native White just losing to G1 in a top 12 finish.
Oh, hell nah. Native White got pissed on.
Native White into that
Facts, Nepsis. If I am a hater of anybody, it is Devin Booker.
Native Red Magic, I think you said earlier, they might actually already have that, but
yeah,
for them, this is just like
respectfully.
an insurance score in CTF.
I'm not actually a hater. I'm not actually preying on anybody's downfall. Like,
against the best in the world,
we're not petty like that.
You're capable
but
of them again, which they've already
if there's anybody I'm not trying to see win, it's the Suns.
This is an opportunity to really feel secure in that #1 seed for pool play. So there are massive implications in this series. And for Optic, it's a chance to bounce back after their worst tournament of the year.
Yeah, Optic are out here with something to prove that they deserve to be that #1 seed, or even more importantly to them, hold on to that #1 seed. And who
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of, the thing is, there's a lot of favorable playoff outcomes.
But for Native Red, they
like left this year, like honestly, like bro, I like the Celtics. I like the Celtics to make it to the finals. It'd be dope as fuck. I think it'd be a little bit boring if we got like a Warriors Celtics rematch, but like a Lakers Celtics final would go crazy.
But I think it was Manny that just snuck away with the camo and saves his life.
APG and Optic getting a few extra slays at the start, but this is even bigger, I'd say, for Native Red because they get the camo and the oddball time as well. Not much on the scoreboard.
But I was gonna say, Jimmy Butler is fucking Jesus Butler right now.
With that oddball, it's Manny trying to sneak in and take down Trippy as he does just that.
So maybe Miami just fucking marches to the finals.
So despite a pretty mixy start, I'd say the results.
Yeah, I think the Heat got that series. Whoa.
The results
nice shot.
For how close it is, but. Kill after kill, making it look easy. It still hasn't led to that objective reset just yet. Now Talik is contesting at the back of Heights. That ball was played, and now it's Optic trying to sneak the objective. Instead of to the back of C, though, they're going to have to settle for an elevator side hole.
Yeah, really mixing here off the start, and what not only speaks to
I feel that
Nepsis,
Nepsis,
but look at the clock, already a minute, almost a minute.
No, I definitely of the people that I would be okay with winning this year. Like, I don't know if Philly's one of my preferred. You know what I'm saying?
The numbers advantage in slays to feel comfortable holding a.
I'd be okay if Philly won, but also like, bro, as a Braves fan, I'm always like lightweight rooting on Philly's downfall. You know what I'm saying? And so part of me on my hater shit wants to see Philly go 0-4 in big ones this year. Just on my absolute
steal
Despicable
away
hater
objective,
shit.
And Soul Snipe is trying to steal away the camo. Trippy's on the chase, but there's help here as well. Trippy finds the kill, likely to get traded out. He tries to stick the plasma with his
losing in the World Series, the fucking Super Bowl, the fucking everything, bro.
Trying to get through blue pipes, but Formal is once again on the hunt for kills.
I gotta give Trippy credit there because he goes down, but taking down Camo right as I saw Talik drop from the boxes, I thought for sure that was gonna be a back smack on Trippy. Camo stays in position.
Yeah, so as a Braves fan, the Phillies are division rival. Plus, the Phillies knocked us out the playoffs last year on their way to losing in the World Series.
Just in time, a great collapse coming through from Native Red, but it's not going to be enough. They have to fight for the ball now off of that reset position, and it's APG who's been the Slay leader. He's 10-3 in the game, but not too high and mighty to play the objective role. He might just lead into every stat category.
Good shots.
Objectives, slays, least deaths. APG is really doing everything.
Yeah, we've already seen also a lot of crazy sticks today.
The double kill comes through. Lucid even taking the time to rotate to the repulsor. That's going to help Optic to pass that. APG is absolutely dominating as the assist.
Get lagged for a
one.
second.
The reason for that
I
is
think
he's
we're all right.
winning his 1v1s. You don't have to get assists when you're winning out your slays. APG is playing absolutely out of his mind at 12-3. And he's
Yo,
the
is the stream looking alright for y'all now? Does it look okay now?
It's an unfortunate frag as Soul Snipe tossed it from the grave, but 3 are down on the side of Native Red.
I've seen
Trippy
everybody
trying to
fuck up that grapple
grab
today,
on
damn.
Camo, and he gets the camo, although he did have to overextend.
I'm just getting into the NFL. I feel like I'll be a Ravens fan.
I gotta go back to
why do you say that?
from
Is this
APG
because of like
because it's a
relive
butterfly effect. The reason
or
Optic is continuing to maintain
you like the
possession
branding
and
or
rotate away from
what?
this Native Red roster is because of the previous play from APG and Magic. So often,
Hello?
you know, even just from playing rank, you throw that oddball off. It's almost like you're not only giving the oddball up, but you're giving up your life
Hello?
as well because it's just going to take too much time to have to turn on an opponent. APG somehow turned on his opponent, won the out BR, and then continued continued possessing this oddball for Optic. That's why they're up by a 4 margin here in game 1.
Yeah, right now Optic are making plays out of seemingly nothing. Right there, Trippy rotated to the high ground just to toss the oddball out into the open, and while he does that,
I don't know what
he
happened.
finds a kill himself. It does look like that this win of the objective might go over to the side of Native Red, but I'm gonna speak too soon. Trippy, even off of the respawn screen, is right back in the fight. One more round of slays might be enough for Optic to take the first round.
And this is where you're going to see Optic with 140 on the clock. They're not going to desperate for that oddball. They're like, maybe if Optic was in a mirror situation, they might drop for that. Trippy might drop for that oddball as we see Native Red drop for it and go down because of it here. So Optic is going to be able to play from the lead here. They're going to, because of this 4-1 margin lead, they're going to force Native Red to chase here. And there
word,
there
Nepsis.
might not be enough track to chase here for Native Red.
There you go, there you go. That's what I was wondering, yeah.
On round 1.
And Pollock is really having to compromise his positioning on the
Well,
map.
that's dope.
Location for the shock rifle,
So I don't really have that I sort of have that perspective when it comes to the NBA, because I only got into the NBA like in basketball like fucking 4 years ago. So when it comes to the NBA, I don't really have a favorite team, like, because I'm from, like, because I've spent the last, 6-7 years living in Nashville, I'd probably say the Grizzlies a little bit.
In that first round,
I like the Grizzlies, but like I like a lot of different teams. I just kind of enjoy the sport.
He didn't really play a slay role. He played the objective and he played the assist, almost like.
I like the Lakers. I like the Celtics. I like the fucking Heat. I like the fucking.
Some of the strongest teams.
Cavs. I like the fucking everybody, dude.
They can sort of shapeshift into whatever role their team needs.
I like the Knicks. I don't really like the Knicks.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the strengths of Optic Gaming, right? They're one of the rosters in the league, along with Native Red.
I just like good, good basketball and seeing all.
for Optic. Right now,
great video today. Thank you. I think it was yesterday. Or it goes, but thank you.
It's such
I appreciate the gas. Glad you rock with it.
I mean, I have to keep on talking about APG's stat line. 18 and 6.
Should have another new video going out tomorrow.
And also, that's credit to the rest of the roster for giving him that protection. But it's gonna be enough because College just got the double kill.
Yeah, Lucid doesn't have any objective time, but he's been responsible for about, let's say, 40 out of the 80 seconds for APG. So just because you don't have ball time doesn't necessarily mean you're not playing the OBJ, as we see Soul Snipe pick that up. But it's a 30-second milk run for Optic as they start out round 2 just as strong.
Yeah, it's a group project, so partial credit to everyone involved in order to get that A+ that Optic Gaming is hoping to have. And you have to think that keeping the #1 seed is the top of their list of priorities. Here comes Tolic, though. Tolic ready to shake things up.
Okay, bro, everything's lagging. What's going on? Was that my stream or what?
Lucid did enough damage that stopped Tolic's shield from regenning. Therefore, he was taken.
Everything's going to shit today. I don't know what's going on.
3 down for Native Red.
Once again comes out with
this Halo, man. I fucked with it. Well, I appreciate it, bro. I'm glad.
Have the numbers until Drug takes down APG. Formal gets into the fight, but now Native Red are covering for each other. They're winning out on the Slain side, and they need to capitalize.
Back-to-back team wipes for Optic Gaming, but it's Native Red who make away with the oddball.
Like I said, I should have another one going out tomorrow.
Optic has a tendency to pump the brakes when they're up like this. Will it be their undoing in this one? As Native Red now, after what looked like a really strong start for Optic, they let off the gas. They open up a lane for Native Red, and they're taking it.
They've already cut that lead almost in half. It's just looking for those spawners. It's Lucid and Formal both at elevator, and Soul Snipe going in for the trade. That's just going to add time to the clock. That's the stall factor. APG finds the breakthrough kill, still being the overall Slain leader. But trading out in kills is getting Native Red right back in this game, only 10 seconds down.
And this is the flip side of the coin. Previously, we saw the Optic Gaming team wipe. They took down Native Red twice, but they got no oddball time from it. Here we see Native Red get just one team
Me too, Spartan Ghost. Me fucking too. Hey, so far Halo's been around my entire life. So hopefully we keep that up, you know what I'm saying? Knock on wood.
They might not have the utility of the camo, but they have
hopefully we keep it rolling.
Reveals his position with the camo in order to pick up that oddball, tries to do a
that was pretty faded. That was pretty faded out of Trippy.
Down there for Optic. That really opens up an opportunity for them where it looked like Native Red was starting to run away with it. Just as it looked like Optic in this very round was starting to run away with it. 50-7 at one point. Now Native Red with 60 unanswered looking strong. But now what do you know?
Lucid
popping off with the triple kill. Spying.
Whoa, shit.
Doesn't land the pop shot with the grapple shot, but has Tolic pushing instead. Lucid goes down. So a great triple from Lucid, but a great answer by Native Red to take him down quickly after.
And Optic, even off of that triple, did they get literally any seconds? I think they were at maybe 55. So maybe they got 7, 8
H4F, H4F.
And it's so odd for me, Magic.
They have ball. They're literally getting time right now.
Finessed. It almost looks like they're finessing themselves. Where
they're getting time. What are they talking about?
Triple kills. Like Lucid and the likes are putting on a montage essentially, and you got no ball time to show.
They have the ball.
Now finally, Optic taking advantage of those slays.
What is this casting?
Oddball, and they've now regained the lead. They're now in match point. 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds and the clock is quickly ticking. Now just 6
Bro, the whole time they're sitting here like they're getting no time. They don't have the ball. But look at this. They're holding the ball. Am I faded?
Native Red have one last chance to force this game one into a round 3. They need to win a couple.
I must be Stevie Wonder, bitch.
So sneaky.
We must not be watching the same show.
The oddball. Optic go 2 down. Formal's on the chase, but Soul Snipe should be there to cut off that approach. Doubles back. He's looking for the kill. Formal's ducked back in the bottom corner. Soul Snipe is checking every corner. Does he find Formal?
Holy shit.
Activates the camo and stays alive.
Yeah, tough games out of Druck and Manny right now.
Red have been clawing their
this.
And that's ball game.
Soul Snipe a little extra something to think about as he looked to take down Formal with the camo. Doesn't do so because of it.
Bro, Optic wins game 1 comfortably while getting roasted by the casters for some reason.
2-0.
Definitely a more decisive victory than what we saw from the other side of the winners semifinals. 2-0 for Optic. Native Red in both rounds had some pushback, had some moments of brilliance, but ultimately it was Optic just setting their foot down, playing to their processes, and a very smooth gameplay across from Optic, and something that they're known for.
Yeah, you can see there. It was
55-0. If anything, I think Native might win this next game.
This is a trend now for Optic. This is not the first time I've said this, where it really feels like they play for the lead and then play for slays. I think, though, that there's.
I think Optic's going to 3-0 or 3-1.
Match there for the likes of Lunchbox,
I guess,
especially the coach, maybe getting back into the years to
play
for time again, because it looks like they get the lead and then just play for slays. They need to kind of find like a hybrid of that, where you're playing for time and the slays, but not fully into one or the other, because not only is the strategy maybe not working when you lean into one or the other, but it just becomes way too predictable for the other teams.
Yeah, but like, I hear what you're saying, but also the other side of like,
I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
Like it worked. They got the win. Do you think that Optic
well said, Wang Doodle.
Number 1 seed, we need to make
fantastic
micro
input.
adjustments, even if what they're doing is getting them the wins?
Yeah, because it just goes back to, okay, against Native Red, maybe they can, you know, afford to play that heavily for slays, but the likes of FaZe, maybe even an SSG now with the way they're playing today, they're just not going to allow it. And
okay, dude, I'm vibing today, Chad.
Allow it.
I'm chilling in this bitch.
Why Optic Gaming lost last week was because when they took advantage, they played only for defense. And it's almost like in FIFA, you go for the park the bus strategy, you go all the way to the left. Maybe Optic, instead of hitting that D-pad to the left 3 times, maybe you just hit it once instead, right? Maybe lean into defense, but not all the way. Kind of, like I said, again, find that hybrid approach. And now this is kind of what these 2Ks, these 4Ks, these scrims are for, is not only you play for these pro points, but you're playing to sort of figure out the best way to not only play for yourselves and within yourselves, but how to play against each particular opponent. So for Optic,
me and you both, Spartan
we're
goes.
starting to see them evolve, which is impressive when you consider that they haven't made any team changes. Usually you evolve when you make a team change because the playstyle changes from that. Optic is going to have to do that without making a team change, though, and it's going to be difficult, but I know they can do it.
And even though Optic do have the 1-0 lead, they still have something to prove because of how the 4K broke down. They got upset by Complexity, and then in the lower bracket, they got upset by Native Red.
How the hell Native Red the 3rd seed? What the fuck?
They have that game 1 win. There's no room for them to kind of settle, right? They need to constantly evolve and adjust because you never know which other team is putting in the work to try to take you down. Everybody in HCS Year 2 is gunning for Optic because they are the reigning world champs.
So here in this opening game, they're rotating, right? They're shifting, they're cycling around the map, they're moving quickly. If they get up to a point where it's, you know, 25-17, then they started playing tower defense. That's what you got to
Yeah, LG, that's what I was literally just thinking.
Which of those 2 optics do we see?
And they said Native White was... Alright, they just fixed it. They just fixed it. It's 5. Look.
They continue to cycle on a map like Streets.
They literally just fixed it. Yeah, I think it was a leftover. I think it was a leftover asset from the previous series. What's good, LG? How's it going, bro? I was gonna say, because Native White was the 4th seed. Yeah, no, they're listening to me. They were like, shit. Here we are nitpicking about like the stupidest shit.
Are right back. Optic had that early lead, but Native Red have the answer. Hopefully have the answer in the series. Formal once again playing slow, playing patient, a little bit cheeky. Has the bulldog.
That's the fucking dream right there, Wang Doodle.
From behind. 2 players from Native Red.
Nah, what's good, LG? What we doing today, bro?
It's not enough time
What's
to
bracking?
swap weapons. That bulldog has little impact.
Yeah, we talked about Optic's familiarity with each other teaming for the last year or so, but you can't forget Native Red. They've been teaming all the way back to Halo 5, and I think we're seeing a little bit of that in the Slayers.
Some of them have.
The communication, cohesion, chemistry on full display as Native Red has opened up a narrow 12-10 lead here to start this one.
It's been back and forth, but right now it is Native Red with
because in Halo 5, Talk was playing with like Super CC and Alvor and those guys.
We have quite the tight grouping from team to team. 2 through 4 is all the disparity
sure.
along the slays. There's not one player that's significantly popping off, although if I had to pick someone...
I had an overproductive first 6 hours of the workday, so we chilling a bit. Hell yeah. Love to hear that shit.
Yeah, Druck is having an impactful game here. A part of
we just chilling today, LG.
Slays for Native Red, so he's involved in half of the action, but
what's this?
More than half of the
this is
went down
the
to
weekly
gaming because of that.
Oh.
Optic has negated.
Yeah, we chilling, LG. We
We
just peeped at some of this tournament today.
Tied once again.
He was so patient.
Yeah, this is
right
just like the
around
weekly
corner.
pro
And
points
that's where the
thing.
Bulldog play comes in. He waited for his
Optic
chance
and
to
FaZe
take
are like
down
tied in
Rocket. Now,
points.
the spike grenades are gonna find another.
So this one's
target.
like to
Three
see
go
who
down
remains
for
number
Native
1 in
Red.
their power
Optic
rankings.
Get that 3-point lead. And this
But
game
FaZe
goes
also
that
just
way. You
lost
said
in winners
watch out
bracket
for
to
Mikowski, where you
SSG.
see
So
if Optic keep pressing the pace.
if
I know it's only a
Optic wins
3-point
here,
lead, so there's still a sense of urgency here,
and they
but
go
do they
to
keep it
winners
rolling?
finals.
Yeah, still cycling, still playing aggressive.
FaZe, I
here,
think, still has
playing
like
with the
2
exact
or
same
3 rounds of
strategy and
losers bracket to
emphasis
go
that we
to.
saw at the opening of this match. As they build on the lead, up 4, now 5. All right, so now it's swinging into that multi-possession
Cole?
Slayer game. This is where you start to see a little bit more defense from Optic.
Yeah, also
Let's see if they
LG, I don't know if
rely on that hybrid
I
approach
probably
and
asked you this
pinch
already,
push
but are
continue to
you
rotate.
going
That's exactly what we're
to
seeing here from
any of the
Losers.
tournaments
pinch
this
is
year?
on.
And the last 2 minutes have been crucial. They went from 2 points. Optic went from 2 points down to a 6-point lead. A little bit of a resistance here now from Native Red on board with Soul Snipe. 15 seconds on the Rockets, has the drop wall to work with, and Team Fire as well. Hoping it's enough to take down Formal, who's at the top of C stairs. Talik, who's gonna find that kill, and so Soul Snipe is adjusting to another target. Drop wall might keep him alive, and he's stalling because
Holy
Druk
shit.
is on the flank. Druk should come out with that kill, but there's help for the side of Optic as well. They maintain the lead. Trippy with the Rockets gets the off the rack, looking
Oh,
for the double.
what? And he
He
lives?
stays alive.
What the
It's the
fuck?
most miraculous part of that play.
What the fuck was that
Trippy
rocket?
With the rocket exploding meters away from his face, and it was that little clamber edge that I believe gave him
What
the
the
cover
fuck?
to stay alive. And now
Bro, that's like one of the craziest.
This is so
Low key,
important
that's
to
like
mention
one of
because
the
I think
craziest
the
rocket
game
plays I've
was
seen in this
exactly
game.
25-18. That was what the
The
score
fact
was in
that
this
he
game.
managed to live through that is actually
Optic in that
wild. I don't know how
previous,
he did
like,
that.
Historically, they'd maybe bait the Rockets. Instead, you saw Trippy play with aggressiveness at a feverish pace.
The
He
hell
was
yeah,
not
LG.
going to be denied those Rockets. So Optic here continuing to not only lead with the pace, but they're picking
Yeah,
it
we
up. This is
definitely
impressive for
gotta
them. This is not
definitely
what
gotta
we're
hang at
used to see.
the tournaments
and
for sure.
listen, even there in the red room, again, not kind of
I should
playing
be at all those
cover,
events.
but playing aggressively in order to get that trade of kills. Optic are continuing to push on the gas.
Yeah,
not
Snakebite
letting
watching that
Native
shit
Red
just
regroup or
seething,
get
dude.
comfortable playing on that offensive side, something that we have
Yeah, no, I need to
Can
replay that
Optic
shit too.
stay
We should
with
get
that
one at the end of this game, I
momentum? It
think.
got them now the 12-point lead. They should rely on it to get them the rest of this win. Trippy does fall back. Optic Gaming are starting to form.
Yeah,
a
I'll be at all of
defensive
them.
line.
LG.
Bulldog at the ready for Trippy.
Now this is really interesting because here's where you could absolutely play for trades. You're up by double digits if you're Optic Gaming.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to keep the emphasis on, do they rest on their laurels or do they continue to push out knowing that they can outslay and outposition this
Whoa!
red roster? And it looks like they're doing that. It looks like this is a different strategy than the one that we saw last week when Native Red beat Optic Gaming.
Now, assists are pretty even from side to side. I think a little bit of an advantage to Optic, but it's just winning those 1v1s as Lucid does with the Sentinel beam.
Oh,
for the
nice
kill,
fucking
and then
play.
elimination damage for the double kill.
It's not gonna matter
Optic
'cause they're
Gaming
getting
are just
slammed,
5 slays
respectfully,
away. They
but
are ready
nice
to
fucking play.
reset and reclaim that #1 seed. Not looking to get upset right
Alec?
today.
Hello, dude?
Trippy adds one more, and now Optic just looking for 4.
And that's definitely a difference there from Trippy. He was just flying out through mid across the palm trees, which I like when you're up this big. Usually you see them play more defensively, but when you're up by so much, right? Like just
Yeah, that was a
Trippy
sick
flying out
play.
to the palm trees
Cool.
and being a distraction for whoever wants to put shots on Trippy is probably going to lead to a slay down the road for you, which you will take if
Sure,
you're
Spartan
Optic
guys. If
Gaming, up
anything, throw it in my
49-33.
Discord.
So the
Probably
question
check it
we
out like
ask,
after
will
stream.
they continue with the aggressiveness that they used to earn themselves a 25-18 lead?
Yo,
for
come back,
example,
imagine.
carry all the way through to the end as they do just that.
Oh,
50-35 really could have been
Miss
a
Ray.
spectacular as Optic Gaming smash down on the gas, continue the pace.
And I don't know what map 3 is.
And they're
Live fire
now
holds.
with
Yeah, they're
Red on the
fucked.
brink of going down to a sweep.
This is nearly the opposite of what we saw just, 2 weeks ago? Was it that Optic and Native
about
Red
Kaizen
in the
is the
lower
name?
bracket, Native Red got the upset,
I mean, if that's what you want, go for it.
3-1, and now it's a 2-0 lead for Optic.
Word to what I was
They're
saying
trying to
earlier,
fight,
though.
And part of it due to that aggressive pace. They got them
Pacing.
to
I would-
lead,
I would
and
think,
they kept it
like,
going. If anything,
Kai would be
they
cooler than
increased
Kaizen.
the pace after
It's
they
like a
had
gamer
that
tag.
lead.
Yes, that was what was most impressive for me was the increase in pace when they got that 8-kill lead. Because again, that's for what it's worth. That's when Optics slows down the pace, and they're usually able to stay up by 8. They might even build the lead up to 9 or 10 from playing
I think
slow,
the
but they played fast there, Magic.
to be
and
fair,
won
that's
by
not like a
15
very
instead.
long
So
one.
The display of dominance was,
that play was sick.
on display there with a more aggressive playstyle from Optic. You
Wait,
have to
we
take
just
the
skated over the
pace
rocket thing again.
as they go
I
throughout
totally
the
missed it,
tournament
but
and start to almost morph their playstyle right there. I don't think they initially have to switch it up because, like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But I'm a fan of the short gamer tags.
Because they're trying to hit another level now that that #1 seed is.
But again, bro, like I can give you my opinion, but again, like it's your name, so like.
And you're looking to turn him into a Mega X evolution.
So whatever you want, like if you want that shit, then just do it. Like fuck what I gotta say. You know what I'm saying?
Just stay Charizard, right? So for Optic, if they can find the Mega Charizard, which is what the performance is.
Yeah, I'll probably give that a look later, Spartan goes. Also, if you're rickrolling me, you're fucking banned.
That could be the recipe for having them get back up on top. I know they still have that #1
Facts,
seed, but you gotta remember
LG, facts. Trippy's cheating. I'm saying it right here, bro. He's fucking cheating.
To Complexity and Native Red, so Optic Gaming with the #1 spot, but you got to provide the historical context.
Blatantly cheating.
They haven't looked like the #1 team necessarily in the last calendar week, so this is a big response for them. This is their big regain. I'm liking what I'm seeing here from Optic. They look like the world champs again.
Optic are starting to look.
Yeah, where's Judge
like
APG, bro?
No, they are. Lucid was the top.
We need to hold court after this, bro.
15 and 8, so nearly doubled up kills to death. We saw some strong showings from Lucid in game
Figure
#1.
out if fucking Trippy's cheating.
He was playing more of that slaying and assisting role, and looked like more of the same here in game #2. In fact, all 4 players from Optic ended up with a positive KDA, and unfortunately on the side of Native Red.
No, that clip was funny as fuck,
So
LG.
Native Red, they're back against the wall.
He was like, bro, my last name is literally Laws. Like, I am the law. And then Monster was like, bro, all right, now you're like literally just fucking with me. And he was like, no, I'm being dead serious.
He goes down. 3 go down though for Native Red.
This motherfucker was just stone faced the whole time.
They need to take A, B, and likely C off the rip. Great.
That shit was funny as hell.
With 3 down for Native Red, Optic Gaming, they didn't wait a second.
He didn't wait a second to get all the objectives.
That fool was
now
tweaking.
The next item on the menu is that overshield. As you see that Formal's trying to line up the shot.
It's for F.
Kill onto Soul Snipe, nearly the
for
double.
F.
Manny's being cheeky, but all the distraction
Manny's
there.
being
Lucid
cheeky.
around behind with the heat wave. The shroud screen is in play, and Lucid heat wave overshield. You might see the first points on the board.
Oh, he got the fat ass reticle.
Damn. Formal finds yet another snipe. Looking at those back spike grenades. Who is it? It's Soul Snipe being a pesky nuisance on B. Ultimately is taken down before Native Red can find a point.
The way she said that shit.
Down for Native Red, and gonna be curious to see if they all spawn over.
I'm trying to be a pesky nuisance, you know what I'm saying?
Be a split spawn because of that team wipe, and you could absolutely isolate.
That's my whole game right there.
Take him down, but it looks like
just a little pesky nuisance in the base. You know what I'm saying?
Through the tunnel side, a great flank from him is going to provide a 1v1 opportunity with Trippy, but
oh shit!
It's 3 down again for Native Red, and if Trump goes down, it's 4. 3 back to
yeah, Native is on the wrong side of the dick right now, respectfully.
A minute plus.
And the brief triple cap. They have Native Red on their back foot in the series.
They are getting fucking slammed this series.
Off of the back of those slays. Optic not wasting time to secure those strongholds, leading them to the lead we see now. Talik in a little bit of a melee duel. He takes one.
Okay.
Finds the cleanup onto the second.
Okay.
And he helps set it up. There's the triple for Talik. He's 1 HP in a dream, and it's the MVP Lucid rotate around the back of Mud.
And they're on the board.
Milks his life.
Oh!
Sniper to hit the no.
Okay.
If there's
what up, Ease?
On the side of Native Red that
okay.
can get them back in this series, it's gonna be Talik.
Talik single-handedly bringing Native Red back in this game. Don't know if it's too early to say back in this series as Optic Gaming has looked. They looked like they lost last week as the champ and came back a little upset, a little feeling a little slighted, maybe even. Yeah, feeling a little slighted. We saw all the conversation online. I'm sure you guys
more like tall dick.
Streams,
facts. I'm hitting the Pine Park for that one.
Gaming roster, and whether or not they're able to hold on to this #1 spot, at least against Native Red, it looks like they are able to.
I'd be so interested to hear what those scrims.
What in the horny, bro? LG, you must have forgot what chat this was, motherfucker. You must have forgot. You must have forgot whose stream this was.
The 40-second lead right here in this.
But I'll hit the Pine Park for that one.
What's
wrong with dick riding the homies? Thank you, Ease. Finally. Somebody else who sees reason.
Native Red cutting that lead to just the 30, now 40 seconds as Optic regain.
You must have forgot what fucking chat you were hanging out in, brother.
Just as it looked like Native Red was maybe going to score a minute uncontested. They regain and
I'm taking a hit. Don't talk to me.
In a straight line, Trippy in a huge 1v1. Now a 1v2. He should go down. Native Red should be able to flip A, but no, yep. Talik, Talik should absolutely be able to flip A, if not for Formal and Lucid. Talik using his positioning along the pillar, but that's not going to be enough as he goes down. Optic retains A, but Native retains scoring with B and C.
Yeah, they took too many resources. Optic had to send literally every player in order to hold on to A. And what did they lose? It's the Thanos. They lost everything. They lost B. They lost C in the process. So now it's Optic trying to regain. They get the C side control and kind of distracting with the sniper over at the top of sandbags. Now Formal playing for the overshield. And look at all of Optic. They're patient.
Wow.
They sent everyone over to the overshield side.
Overshield for free for Formal. Will he take back A as well?
Please proceed to the nearest highlighted horny chat.
Soul Snipe with the numbers takes him down, and it's numbers advantage that maintains for this Native Red roster. Off the rip, looking like they were about to maybe lie down and take the 3-0 sweep from Optic. They have done nothing of the sort. They are fighting back ferociously.
Also, bro, I know y'all hang out in Jen's chat. We know nowhere near as rogue as that shit. All right. All right, Tommy Lucid. I don't know what all that was.
And we see right now Native Red are on the brink of a triple cap. The pivotal kill APG does get traded out after winning it over.
You can throw a plasminate at me anytime.
Game counting up 2 points at a time.
And right now, Optic is a little bit in a blender because of the Slay timing for them. They're going to be a little staggered off spawn. You saw Formal spawn much later. After
what?
Trippy going down, so this could be big for Native.
Oh my God! It's a full collapse.
But no, B gets reset. C goes to Optic.
It's the fall of Optic.
All the while, Native Red continuing to score, continuing to slay. 3 down for Optic. 4 if Trippy goes down. That's a massive last play alive as Formal helps him out.
For laws.
Instead, so
oh my God, he's getting needled.
Great job taking what Optic is giving them here.
Oh my God, they're getting pissed on. They're getting Kentucky pissed on right now.
50-second lead for Native Red. Optic back on C, but that round of slays for Native Red gave them so many points, and this game has been flipped right around. With it, can they see Native Red flip the series? They have everything to fight for right here. As Manny
he got fucking vaporized, dude.
Top of tower, caught in a little bit of a BR reload, but they can trade these zones.
Hey, yo.
Super A is what they're looking for.
Oh, Formal!
Great job to stagger Optic spawn.
Formal just 1v2'd.
Formal sends 2 right back to the spawn. 3 collectively, and now it's up to Talik to make a last player alive play to maintain this 60-second lead. Unbelievable snipe there from Formal, though, as he takes down Soul Snipe, sliding into B, getting the objective time and the slays is Formal. That's why he's the GOAT.
Formal looking like
that's why he's the GOAT!
And 9 in the game. Some nice kills to regain control of the objective, and the information that Native Red is all spawning at the back of A as he locks his sight onto that garage door. Now you can see Trippy getting a kill onto Druk. Trippy actually gets the double kill, which allows Formal to prioritize this right side lane. And right now, Optic, they're just maintaining their zone control as Formal
almost said enough of this shit. Enough of that shit.
Up the rest of the kill.
Oh man, I love Formal, man. He's the assist role. He's the support player on this Optic gaming team. But if
oh my God, he's doing everything.
Pop off at any moment, it's got to be Optic Formal, right? 16 and 10 in this game, showing why with the sniper.
H4F, man.
He's one of the most
Fuck.
devilish players in the league. Going
where is it?
mode with that S7, and as he goes down, great job by Optic to make sure that APG retains possession of that final shot.
He fires off that final round of the sniper, not
Here you go,
getting it over into the hands of Native Red, and Optic now just 5 seconds down in scoring.
H4F, man.
Soul Snipe is going to stop that scoring by hopping on to B. Trippy versus Druk, and Druk wins out the kill. With it, Native Red get back the advantage on zones, and they maintain this lead.
Optic knocking on the door of a lead as Native Red says no, sends them 4 down packing back to the respawn screen.
Yeah, I thought so, LG.
A, looking for that control, and Manny somehow.
I have more where that came from.
Don't fuck with me. So many members of Optic Gaming over at A. Instead, he goes down, but still scoring for Native Red. Lucy with low shields. He's gonna have to wait, and you have to wonder if he's gonna play for this hill time or the overshield instead.
Well, this cost Optic the lead, in my opinion, was how they had 4 players playing for Overshield. The Overshield was enough for 1 kill, then was negated. And all the while, Native Red were getting advantage on zones. They're looking to do more of the same here.
Okay.
Here's the resources. Optic are spending enough to secure A. They had Formal icing up, clutching up over on B, seeming solo against Native Red. And as Native Red are hitting that respawn screen, they have only a 20-second lead.
Oh, and these two teams are sending each other back to the respawn screen, back and forth. It's Native Red going 4 down. It's Optic going 4 down. And at the 200 mark of this game, this one feels like we're going to a 249 to 250 finish.
Could just be, but look at Native Red. They're on A and B. They have C control.
Like that shit, Spartan Ghost.
They get another triple cap across.
All right, bro.
Lock
Lock in, bro. Native got the 3 cap, but they're scamming these kills. They're scamming these kills. That's 3 dead. They literally all just scam their lives. What is this? Where are you going?
Stayed alive, and instead Native Red go 3 down.
And Talik, that was a staggered death there. He went down right.
Where is Native going? Oh my god, he's dead? Hang on. Wait, they're all pissed on.
It looks like everybody else for Native Red is cuts. That's going to cause some chaos here, but it should maybe give Native Red A. All the while Optic, they'll take C and continue scoring.
Yeah, they're trading on the zones right now, which is going to be the win condition for Optic. 20 seconds.
Win condition. They said it. Everybody take a shot. Trippy's trying to 1v4 on A for some reason. He gets a kill somehow.
In fact, Trippy stays alive. He gets the kill before he's traded out, and now it might be Optic with the triple cap to get them back in this game.
Oh, and a trip cap here for Optic would be so huge because you could play for OS despite it being endgame.
Who is screens? What the fuck?
You could use it offensively, defensively. As you might have to decide between one or the other.
Overshield's about to come up. Oh, this is huge. Optic's gonna get B, and they're gonna get OS.
Native Red are going for that A side capture. And
oh no, Tommy Lucid got OS, bro. They just threw.
There it is.
230 for Optic, and it's Lucid who wins the.
Actually, they're fine. They're melting the fuck out of him. They're fine. Oh, he stuck him. What the fuck? But there's no time. But there's no time.
Making a desperate push to see he's not gonna make it.
They're on B.
Native Red have to adjust and contest at B.
Ooh, interesting. That is a shot stopper, clock stopper there for the likes of
so much damage.
Oh my gosh.
They just got so much damage. They're all gonna die. That should be game. Woo! Should be game.
Only 4 seconds. Is there anyone from Native Red? There's one player at the top, but as they desperate rush to be.
Holy shit, man.
Native Red.
They're going rogue.
Straight together enough seconds, and instead it's Optic Gaming with the 3-0 sweep.
Nah, they did absolutely scam twice.
That's an Optic Gaming that looked like the defending world champs. That's an Optic Gaming that.
Yo, Spartan Ghost, I got the link already.
Whether they have a lead or
I'm gonna check it out later. Like I said, I'll probably peep it after
with
stream.
Their pacing in this series against Native Red. Again, a team that beat them just a week ago in the 4K. Optic comes back today with a vengeance, with much more feverish pace, and I believe that was the difference here. As you can see the scoreboard, it reflects the pace that Optic played at, with all of these games being fairly convincing. The last one was extremely close, but games 1 and 2, Optic did not let up.
Yeah, they just got fucking slammed, respectfully.
From game to game, especially in that game 3, they sure gave Optic a run for their money. Native Red are still looking to break that number 4 seed over Native White. They might already have that secured, but if they want to continue this,
all right, who playing next?
It's gonna be through that lower bracket.
Who playing next?
We've seen them play scrappy series after scrappy series, and I do have to shout out Talik one more time. This little string of kills right here in the early stages is what made this game 3 exciting. They got Native Red right back in the match.
Yeah, and right now the only team who has their seeding on lock is really SSG. They're up by, I believe, 10,000 points.
Yeah, it was definitely, other than there were a couple scam plays in that game 3, but that definitely was a much better effort.
At the top, 1 and 2. It really, for the first time this year, looks like anybody could win. But just as we say that, Optic comes back after a really poor performance last week, and they've regained their championship form, Magic, and dare I even say, made some adjustments after that loss that, from the eye test, as far as the eye test is concerned, this looks like a better Optic Gaming than the one we saw previously. Takedown phase in that recent.
Yeah, I want to know what the fuck happened with that rocket.
I was just gonna ask.
Did they just show it on replay? Was I just not looking?
Optic look even better than they looked in that first 4K, and you're saying the answer is a resounding.
Yeah, whenever Native went on that run, Formal literally said, he said, "Fuck all that shit, bro." He said, "I've had enough of this shit."
And Native Red are moving into that lower.
Oh no, they didn't. They just shown the replays for this game.
Although
I agree.
Even though this one wasn't as heavily contested,
I agree.
think
I need an explanation, bro.
That we were asking about which Optic shows up.
This guy Trippy's in the fucking Matrix.
More of this bracket will be continuing after this break. Everyone, please don't go away.
We did kind of call that shit. Hello? What happened to the casters? Did they say they were going to a break? Am I faded? Yeah, SSG. It is a break word. Yeah, SSG and FaZe played right before this, and SSG beat FaZe 3-1. That match was fucking wild. Bound literally 1v4'd in the Argyle to keep FaZe off the flag. Shit was crazy. So yeah, I don't know if there's any more upper bracket matches, or LG's probably right. There's probably some losers bracket matches to go through. Snakebite did kind of get fucked. Hey, what's up, Kenny D? What's going on, bro? It's good to see you in the chat, man. How you doing, brother? Interesting fucking turns of events today, man. Hey, now we get the highlights from that series. Good shit. Shout out LVT, man. I imagine we'll get to see all that shit right here. Slammed. Yep, we were just talking about that, Kenny. We were just talking about that. I'm glad to hear you doing alright, bro. It's good to see you in the chat, man. Yeah, definitely thought Native would get at least one game. They got absolutely fucking fried the first two games. And game 3 was a little bit of a better effort. Pretty much, Kenny. Pretty much, bro. Gonna move to Texas. That's what I did. Alright, Chad. I am gonna go take a piss really quick. Wait, this is it. Alright, I'm gonna go take a piss. If you like the stream, sub to the stream. Alright, be right back, yo. Appreciate y'all rocking with me today. We absolutely vibing today. Gang, gang. Be right back. Whoa. Gambling addicts. The fuck? Yeah, how about them Braves? We looking real nice right now, bruh. Real nice. Oh, we're about to see Bound 1v4, dude. Yo, peep this in a sec, yo. Oh, facts, Cole. Bro, the thing is, like... I'm down to go to a playoff game, like, in general. Like, Astros are probably going to be in the playoffs. And I'm down to go to, like, just a playoff game. Like, whoever they're playing, like... Obviously, bro, like, best case scenario, like... They play the Braves in the World Series and we're able to go to a game, but, like... I mean, that's fair. Because you're right there. And that's what I mean, like... There's playoff games here, like, I'm trying to go. Like, I'm not an Astros fan, but I'll go to a fucking playoff game, you know what I mean? Especially if they're playing somebody fun. Like, God forbid they play, like, the Yankees or some shit. That'd be so fire to go to. Just to watch the game, be in that environment for the game. Because, like, we'd be fucking watching it in Discord anyway. Might as well fucking go. Be dope as fuck. Tommy Lucid. Doing Tommy Lucid things. Concur. I'm glad. 84F. To say, somebody blasting this goddamn Tron music. Do we know what match is next? No. I believe we will probably find out soon. But they have not showed what match is next yet, I don't think. We should add that movie to the list. Fucking spreadsheet, Cole. We should watch Tron. I haven't seen that shit in years. Fucking both. No, I have not. I'm down for those as well. No, I'm way down for that. Also very similar in vibe. Those two universes, I think. At least from what I can tell outwardly. That was gross. No, 100% Cole. That's why I was thinking about it. Yeah, yeah, Blade Runner's one of those things, both the new one and the original, like, are things that I've always heard, like, good things about. I've just, like, never gotten around to seeing. Not because, like, I didn't want to see it, or because, like, I thought it would be shit or something. I just never watched it. Which also reminds me, I think we already talked about this, but I want to watch First Man again. The movie slaps. And I haven't seen that movie in a couple years. Didn't we say we were going to watch that? Holy shit.
Wait to get that winners finals up on the screen. We're going to give you a little bit of bonus content, as LVT Halo is known to do, giving you as much Halo action as possible. I want to welcome Active to
Sentinels
the
G1.
Oh,
what up, Tim?
But Active, can you kind of break down these two teams and what you might expect from this lower bracket series between G1 and Sentinels?
What up, Tim?
Absolutely.
Oh, Sentinels is down 2-1.
Magic, I appreciate it. These two teams are on a little bit of
a transition
period, of course.
Oh, they're getting Kentucky Piston. They're about to lose.
To them one player, and you know, the interesting thing is you
yeah, weren't we talking about that like last night or the night before?
Cool. Your team, in my opinion,
I'm down.
This is kind of like that glue on the side of G1. The player that kind of makes
Star Wars is still more better, but I'm down.
Look good and makes them play better, and he's doing that here in this game, 14-7 already. As we hop in on the other side for Suspector, for me, it's a little bit of a question mark as to what his role is on this team. I think over time we'll be able to see how that role develops for him and how the other players on the squad kind of form around him as a player, as a fourth. But so far, you know,
Bro,
so good for the side of G1.
Observer tweaking right now. I don't know why it looks like this.
I think that's kind of been, in summary, what Sentinel's story has been throughout Season 2. That there's always been something just a little bit
Also,
off,
bro, the framing's not me. That's them.
They haven't found, ideally, I think, the full four-person team chemistry that they're looking for.
That's not on my end.
Even as Spartan talking about removing Collect from the roster, it was nothing personal. It wasn't.
Or it's not like framing. It is framing.
Just trying to find that solid team of four that has the chemistry they're looking for. So a lot of questions here for Sentinels, as they are down 2-1 in the series and also down one round in this oddball.
His
so
body's
they
in
need
the
to
ceiling.
come back with 2 straight oddball rounds in order to force that game 5.
We'll see if they're able to do that. Like I said, that chemistry takes a little bit to build, right? When you add that third player, you think in your head, okay, it's only one player. You know, we're a team of 3. We've been a team of 3 for a little bit now. You know, adding that one player can't be too bad. Where, you know, that one player just makes a huge impact. And like I said, roles have to shift. You know, play styles somewhat have to shift.
What you mean, sure, Wayne Doodle? What does that mean?
Well, where Snakebite essentially had to take that back role, that back player role, and he talked about it. But he talks about it very often. On
it's the Observer. It's not me.
Kind of how it has to
it's not my fault. The Observer in this game sucks.
Once they cement their feet in,
looks like they're lagging into the ground every step they take.
Of the game, we'll see if that happens for Sentinels, but. Like you said, they're down 1 round in this game thus far. They're continuing to lose points to G1, who's got a really solid hold here on this elevator side. You see the rotation coming through as well. But Cambo in the hands of Lethal, maybe a little bit of a break here.
Yeah, a little bit of a trade of kills back and forth, so maybe that camo is the tipping point. In fact, it's Sentinels winning out a round of slays, and they
Boo Boo got that ball ton though. Boo Boo that ball master though.
That round 1 was 100-0 for G1. Wow. So already Sentinels are showing us some more of that fight. Will it be enough?
Look a little better.
Out a nice kill, preserves his life, and with it, that active camo control catches the back of one player.
Okay, Lixel.
And gets the double kill, even maybe looking for a little remote detonation damage.
Yeah, great job by Lethal right there. That's the way to get that value out of the camo. You always look for those 100% kills. You essentially bait your teammates, but not in the way you get baited in matchmaking. More of an intelligent bait where you bait your teammates, but also stay alive at the same time. They maintain control as well on that A side, but they've got to get a couple more slays because G1 coming off spawn is pressuring hard.
There is a lot of pressure here. It looks like it's even. In fact, Sentinels are 3 down. Spartan is the last alive, and all he has is the
Sentinels loses here. I think this is top 8.
They're kind of being a little bit patient on getting to the objective, trying to clear
top 8 or top 12
first. Nice little kill coming through, and now it's Falcina with the plasma pistol. Trades it out for the commando. No BR in hand. It's just the commando sidekick combo.
Yeah, and the commando definitely, nerfed a little bit, but still a very strong weapon. That sidekick so strong in close range. You're going to see it utilized here, unfortunately.
Lixel.
Not to its fullest there as Lethal gets that double, but Sentinels want to play this a bit slow.
Lixel, top frag in the lobby, bro. They said he was done. Look at him go.
Shot from multiple angles, because if that happens, there's a chance for G1 to close out this game right here. As we said, they're up 1 round.
I agree with you that
Lixel shooting laser beams right now.
A minute 20, but Lethal kill, clearing out some space, maybe winning over some time with another clutch double kill. Lethal right now is 21 and 15, and even for the short time that we've been in this match, we've seen Lethal with his slay after slay, crucial slays. Is it going to be enough? Sentinels are running out of time. They need to capitalize as 1 minute.
Spectre, low-key, not that many interactions at all.
Crucial slay happened right there on
He's
the
got
side
13
of G1.
assists.
They ended up killing King Nick, who had the camo. I thought that camo could have made a huge impact on this game, potentially even brought this game back for the side of Sentinels, but unfortunately 45 seconds and counting, as you did point out the clock, and G1 gonna look to just slay out here, take control, and you know, take control of those power positions.
And even with Lixthal playing like this,
if they have a couple dead, looks like they're doing that here on top class.
I thought they might just play Slayer for the rest of the game, but it's Boo Boo Doo picking up that oddball. King Nick is on the chase.
Not looking good for Sentinels.
Players, maybe 3 from G1 at the back of pipes. King Nick does find the kill onto Falcated, make it a double kill. If he can stay alive, the shock rifle is also available. Look at that toss from Spartan.
Okay.
So that King Nick can preserve his life at high ground. Spartan might go for that grapple, but it's gonna be a shot out of the air. The whiplash is in. King Nick is still locking down the oddball and hoping to get enough time, but with only 31 seconds, Gamers
that's a good live by Lixthal.
One time.
Yeah, a couple big plays happened there. That toss, and then Lethal with the great slays there to potentially get the rest of some time, but 20 seconds is all that remain. Lethal with another big assist there, gonna get some more ball.
Damn, they just beat the fuck out of him.
G1 going to take that advantage there, and G1 pretty much holding forward because they know they can be aggressive off those stagger. They have the timing there. They can be aggressive. 9 seconds is all that's left, and looks like G1's gonna close this out.
Might be one last ditch effort, and it's King Nick getting the oddball, but he has no cover. He's receiving fire from 3 angles, so I respect the desperation for that oddball pickup. But in the end, it's Gamers first with the objective.
It's a good try by Lixthal, man.
And with that series win, Sentinels are going to make an exit from the bracket as G1 continues to move forward.
What an incredible game right there, and like I said, we see the magic of G1, and I talk about Suppress so much. Every time he's been on a team, he's been on multiple teams. Season 1, I think 4 different teams he was on, and every time he joined a team, he was able to make that team so much better. And on the side of G1, he's really
Optic SSG.
Sentinels ending today's bracket in the 7/8 position, 7th and 8th right
Okay,
there.
well, Sentinels did get top 8. At least they didn't get top 12. Top 12 would have been tough.
Season 2, so not really a
top 8 is
upset or a
okay.
big surprise,
Top 8 is
but
good
nice
for that
for
Sentinels
G1
team.
Nonetheless, as you can see here on the screen, we do have
Top 8 is
that
good.
winners
If they
finals
place top
lobby
6,
building.
that's like a pretty
Optic and
great
SSG.
weekend.
We're gonna go to
If
a
Sentinels
quick
turns
break,
up and
but
get
don't worry,
4th,
we'll be right
they're
back when
Jesus.
this winners finals matchup is ready to roll.
That is all. Yeah, looks like they getting lobbied up for the winners finals here. Which Complexity were able to play? Were they not able to, like, did they not play today or something? Oh, word. Here it is again. That's fucking tragic and a half. Shout out to Online Halo Infinite. Damn. That game was fucking wild too. Bro, and I'll hand it to him. The Argyle in this series was actually pretty entertaining. I can't hold you, bro. It was pretty good. I don't know if I'm hoping they beat them, Kenny, but I'm definitely hoping for a great series here. Give me a game 5, 50-49. No bullshit. Yo, LVT got the vibey music out today, bro. This was Windbound 1v4s. This was such a sick play, dude. There's Bound on their snipe. Bound kills Flag Guy. Bound kills Flag Guy. They didn't show it. Bound literally killed the whole team. Like how they highlighted the insta-explode even though it didn't kill anybody. Oh shit. Also, awful lot of sticks today, I feel like. Yeah, this series was a slamming, respectfully. Yo, I assume the Optic guys are live. We want to get some team comms for this next series? Like, do we want to swap streams here? Potentially? Oh, never mind. Actually, nobody else is streaming. Take it back. Interesting. Oh well, we'll rock with the official stream. It's all good. Bro, I just figured they always are, Wang Doodle, you know what I'm saying? I figured they would be. I go look and fucking nobody's live. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. I just don't know what the fuck's going on here anymore, you know what I'm saying? Also, I think the Call of Duty League starts back tomorrow? So I think we might have a COD watch party tomorrow. Maybe is it tomorrow? I don't fucking remember. Here we go. There we fucking go. No, qualifiers start on Sunday. Okay. So we have COD in like 3 days. No, it is Friday. Jesus Christ. There's just primetime matches on Sunday. I'm faded. So there is COD tomorrow. FaZe, LAG, Vegas and Optic, Seattle and Toronto.
For some competitive high-octane Halo is being delivered right here in one of the latest comebacks that we've seen in Halo Infinite history.
Double kill. Triple
Yeah, that's Tony.
kill.
Okay, bro.
Welcome
My
back,
monitor did freeze right here.
It's the HCS
Right.
2K number 3. We've had a lot of online tournaments, but
Yes, no?
never
That wasn't me?
know
Hello?
what to expect as we approach the winners final. We have
I don't know,
Optic
man.
maybe a little
Everything's
bit
going
more
crazy
expected,
today.
but on the other side, it's
I'm
SSG
freezing, they're
versus
freezing,
FaZe.
everybody's freezing. I don't
would
fucking
love
know,
to
dude.
hear, what are your expectations for this matchup?
Is it season 1? I mean, SSG has finally woken up. I mean, I've talked about this team many times, and I think they're a phenomenal
Hey, it's
team.
Tim.
Not placing outside of top 2 in season 1, but we saw a very slow start for them here in season 2. I think the beast has finally
Everything's gone
awoken, and we're
sideways
gonna see
today.
what they're capable of. I don't know what switch flipped in that team, but this is a great SSG roster, and they're looking solid now.
I think the switch that was flipped was like the power switch, right? Like they're full power now, SSG. But is it enough, right? Because Optic, they left us with some questions after the 4K, after the upset when they didn't even make it to the grand finals. It was FaZe over Complexity, and now
Yeah, that was
winners
fucking
finals,
weird, right?
Two different teams, Optic and Space Station. I think it just goes to show how tight the teams are in the competition in year number 2. So I want to look at these maps and modes because we're starting off on streets. Do you think this leans more towards the defensive playstyle that Optic Gaming has, or do you think Space Station start game 1 with maybe their first step toward an upset?
We've seen so many funny moments here with Optic and King of the Hill streets. Hopefully we can break
What
that
happened,
curse right now. But I think this is really good for Optic. I think they're really strong on this map game type combination. But again, you can't really look at the history of Season 2. Of course, lots of changes have happened in Season 2. You can't look at the history of Season 2 Magic because SSG, like I said, they look completely different right now. You don't know what they're going to pull out. You don't know how they're going to perform. If they continue
no, I saw that shit,
series,
bro.
I think this is going to be an incredible series nonetheless. And not, that being said, Optic has really improved as well. Coming off that loss, I think that they're, they hit the VOD review. They're doing the work. This team is not the best in the world for no reason. These guys put in the time. A lot of people doubted them, and I think it's they're trying to shut them all up.
Yeah, I think that's very.
They're trying to shut them all up.
Have something to prove for Optic. It's defending that title after a very shaky 4K. They still are holding on.
It's online. It's online.
Seed,
let's take a hit of the Pine Park.
Space Station creeps in, takes this upset. Forces.
You know what I'm saying?
Bracket. I mean, that top 1, 2, 3 seed are up for grabs. Leading into today's tournament, we were talking about FaZe maybe taking that #1 seed, and now Space Station has forced us to talk about them as the potential to steal over that spot. But it's going to come down to these 5 maps and modes. Do you want to tell us how many games do you think the series is going to go to? Do you think it's going to be the full 5?
That fool Shotzi is a moron, dude.
I mean, I'm going to try to speak it
He's
into
a
existence.
fucking
I hope we
moron.
go with Game 5. I want
Fucking
to
hilarious.
Like I said, bring me back to Season 1. I think both these teams, like you just said, and you said it really well, have something to prove. I think they've both improved as squads, and I think they're going to bring all of that here. I don't think they anticipated this matchup, so maybe a little less studying on each other, but I do think that this will be a very, very even matchup.
Well, SSG, it seemed like they had the textbook when it came to FaZe. Not only did they get that
he
upset,
really
but
is.
3-1 upset. And even a level above that, Space Station even took down FaZe on their map, Argyle CTF, with a clutch victory to bring them here. On the other side, Optic had a little bit more smooth sailing. It was a 3-0 against Native Red, although that third game, that Strongholds, was very mixy, very back and forth. Of course, I was hoping for a Game 4, potentially a Game 5, but maybe this is it. Maybe we're just building up to this winners finals where we can finally get all the way to the Game 5. I'm going to highlight one other thing. We're bookending this series on Recharge, starting off with that King of the Hill, but also potentially ending on a Recharge Slayer if we can make it back to that Game 5.
Very interesting. Recharge, to be honest, is one of my favorite maps in the game. I like the amount of teamwork it takes. I love the amount of teamwork it takes to break setups. I love the cross angles on the map. It's definitely one of my favorites. Aquarius being the most competitive.
She said,
map
"Oh
in the game.
no!"
I think that's going to be great for a game #2 Slayer.
Yeah.
But like we said, I mean, these two teams definitely lots of it has improved. For both
Bro, what
of
is this
them.
GTA
And
5
SSG,
ass music though?
They might not have had the easier road, coming into this series here, but I do improve, and that goes down to HCS.
That one was me. I refreshed it. That one was me.
As they are, these points are incredibly important for that seeding coming into DreamHack. So yeah, I mean, it's great to see these teams want to continue to improve, not just lay on their back and let it, let things happen. I think they want to improve, they want to get better, and that's exactly what both of them have done in improving their gameplay.
Love to see these two teams in the winners finals. Both of them had to work their way to get to this point off of some tough semifinal matchups. And if I'm looking at this best of 5, the overview, I am really eyeing that Game 2 that you referenced. That is Slayer on Aquarius. I think out of the series, that has to be the one that starts Space Station Gaming. If they're going to mount an upset, we know how strong Space Station can be on Aquarius, CTF, but also on the Slayer side. And even just 2 weeks ago, we saw Optic go down, win 50-49 on that Slayer Aquarius. That was over Sentinels. So we definitely know that Optic can be brought down to the final slays in that map and mode. But it all starts here. It's going to be that King of the Hill on Recharge, and the first hill, not easy to secure, and the camo just as challenging.
Yeah, that's a big camo kill right there. Camo will be off the board. It is burnt. And
let's go.
And
the series should be
C-Plat
fire.
Control out of APG. Optic, they're going to look to take a little bit of control here and a little bit of time. They have the 4 spawns onto A side, but you see the collapse right here. This is what they need to do. They need to collapse on the isolated spawners, then flip the spawns
A lot of sticks
over.
today.
That's going to be 3 dead for Optic.
But it's 3 dead
yeah,
for
but
Space
Lucid's got the
Station,
stick.
Even though there was 3 down on the side of Optic, I don't think that Space Station are going to be able to capitalize much. If anything, maybe they can get some map position, but look at where Lucid and the rest of Optic are. They have that C-Plat, which has beautiful sight lines over the objective. Add to it the shock rifle in the hands of the MVP. Lucid finds one. Nearly takes the head off of Stellar for the double. But as he goes down, so do Trippy and APG, and this is where Space Station can start to get a chunk of time.
Yeah,
it's
SSG
the death
got
stick.
a
It's the
couple of
classic
initial
death
kills
stick.
there, and you know, being on top glass is Lucid with that shock rifle. Very difficult position, especially with that hill being bottom center, and you know the C-plat being so prominent. It's very difficult to stay alive up there, but so good if you're able to stay alive and do massive damage with that shock. He ends up going down, so SSG gonna bring this hill back and potentially tie here shortly.
They did get some time on it, but not able to tie it up just yet. APG fighting down below, but it's Eco versus Formal up here, like in the mid ground. Eco going for the grapple rotation. Might catch the back of Formal.
I don't know, man.
Rounds the corner. The pinch is in as Stellar gets the kill, but Eco has to worry because it's now Trippy who's on the chase. Two players from SSG hiding in the bottom of blue pipes, and Trippy tosses the plat.
It's a sub kind of day, Ease.
This hill is
it's a sub kind of day.
But right now it's Optic who have that position on the hill.
Yeah, they have the position. They also have the camo, I believe, in the hands of either Trippy or Lucid there. So that's going to potentially allow them to
get try by Eco.
Time. Trippy sitting in this corner, and you see that back corner as well. He can potentially, if two of his teammates go down or if he's feeling pressure, he can potentially sit in that back corner where he's out of the hill. A lot of players don't utilize that and potentially not.
Plus, bro, Ease, I've been on the Scar like
get that very first hill, and
ever since the game dropped.
Set up for this second one, but Stellar going to try and stop that from happening.
Ooh.
Stellar is gonna
oh! Bro, there's so many sticks today. What the fuck?
Like a quarterback with that plasma grenade across the map. Turns it into a double kill. Turns it into a
no, but I've been on the Scar basically since the game dropped. But ever since the new season, I've been on the sub and I've been piecing with it.
Trippy has to hit the respawn screen. Lucid needs to play like the one-man army if he's gonna stay alive.
Yeah, Lucid was trying to potentially get those spawns on the top glass area. We saw a player there.
Plus, I know there was just a patch. Did they just nerf the sub or buff the sub?
Full control of this long haul side, and because of that, it's going to take another push here from Optic, and that will mean SSG take more time on this hill. But the problem is, this hill is one of the more difficult hills to break. So Optic have to play this slow and make sure that they get a pick first initially before they go and push for this hill.
Ooh.
Stellar is down to one shot, but so too is APG across the map. Formal gets the double kill, and now Stellar looking like he needed to win that fight outright.
But this BR fight has gone on for so long.
Still APG versus Stellar. And now Stellar might be the
whole time Optic's getting time though.
Space Station to break through on this hill as he finally finds the kill. An epic duel, nearly a Star Wars level duel between the two players across the map.
Yeah, and that's what I like this. That's why I love this map so
Star
much.
Wars Day.
Right there, Lucid was not in the play. He comes off spawn on.
We're gonna play some Star Wars shit later.
Able to assist Optic Gaming and getting this hill, and because of that cross damage, they're able to get the second cap. 2-0, Optic lead.
All right, Active, I can appreciate that you're trying to make me like this map, but historically, Recharge is responsible for keeping me out of Onyx, okay? So it's a little bit personal here, but I hear what you're saying, you know? Maybe it's not me, maybe it's just the team fire isn't there, because right now the team fire is in place for Optic. That's why they have this lead.
Optic looks so solid, but SSG, they've got this initial control here, but two go down, and that means Optic smell blood in the water. They're gonna push aggressively, but a great play by Stellar here to stay alive. If he can potentially delay until SSG make this push through on that heel side, this could be some massive damage done, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna get one dead onto APG. Trade comes out once again.
Man, looking at the stats, it's pretty even from side to side. We do see Eco 12 and 6, however, doubling up kills to deaths. We're almost trying to add some kills to that. Lucid with a shock rifle, looking like he spawns with that weapon in hand at this point. But it's Formal who finds the breakthrough kills just in time. Space Station already had this hill at about 9%
good shots.
captured. And as the kill comes through, Eco, that overall slain leader, has to hit the respawn screen.
Optic has a good hold here.
They might just
this is the dagger. The dagger point right here. Oh, good fucking damage on the remote detonation.
They might allow SSG to get most of that hill, but they wait for that perfect push. They wait for
this is SSG's last push. I don't even think they have time, dude. They're not even gonna break gold fast enough.
Where they can get that full control.
That's it. Oh my god!
The cross shot once again. 3-0 Optic, one more, and they'll close out this first game.
Oh my god!
That's it. That's
Optic's going crazy.
The crossfire from Optic, really showing us textbook for how to lock down Recharge, and hill after hill. It's been enough. Even on that third hill that Space Station needed to get back in this game.
Oh, what the fuck?
100%. The camo does get burned, that Lucid pop. Space Station might be able to rally off of this, but they have to deal with APG on the hill, and he's not going to be easy to take down. He gets the trade before he's down.
Penguin 7 and 16.
It brings a 2v2 situation, and then now 3 down for SSG because APG got that trade.
They lose at 14 and 9.
And they also have control of this hill and also control of Seaside.
Eco's 17 and 11 though. Eco's fucking pissing.
SSG have to make a long track.
What the fuck?
Hill, and they're not going to do it without taking some massive damage.
Down just fucking flies in. I mean, GG, that's game, right?
The level of desperation right now from SSG, and only from like that third hill capture do you see very one-sided on the Slays.
Wow, what the fuck? They just got slammed.
Primarily due to Eco. He was 14 and 7 at one point, but now once the game starts to snowball,
what the fuck? They just got slammed.
Desperate pushes those desperate attempts, and it's not going to be enough. Optic locked
That's like the shortest Recharge hill I've ever seen.
With a 4-0 victory.
Yeah, you see, this is why they're the best team in the world, and it comes down to like
him spitting right now.
Everyone knew they definitely did not perform in the last 4K. They you know them not making it to the grand finals is just not something you know Optic to do. You always see the name Optic in Halo, and you know they will be in the grand finals. And I think that struck a fire under them. I think that's why they were probably working hard on bot review. They're making sure to dot their I's and cross their T's coming into this, and they've done just that. I'm going to tell you, Optic look completely different than we've seen in the past couple weeks and even month, and it's great to see. It's great to see a team like them reach that new level.
And I think it's not us being like a fan of one team over the other. I think ultimately, like at least for casters or for us that are watching the overall competition, we just want to see every team playing at their best, at their highest level of potential. Because
Budenholzer's out as the Bucks coach.
It'll level up the tournaments, it'll level up the gameplay, and ultimately it'll lead to a better overall like viewing experience, competitive level. So we're just looking for every team to bring their best. And
should have called that timeout, I guess.
The best from Space Station in the semifinals when they took down FaZe.
Damn, that's tough.
Whatever that spark, that power boost, I think you called it flipping the switch. It seems like somebody might have shut it down, and it's Optic, at least for game 1.
Oh, it's time to launch the rocket ship once again. Flip the switch once again, because you said it really well, and that's a perfect way to explain it. Because everyone says like, Active, you're a fanboy. You're a fanboy of FaZe. No, you're right, Magic. I just want to see everyone play at their best. So I might sound like I'm biased, but I'm not. I just want to see top level Halo gameplay, and that's exactly it. Space Station, I have been all over them. I talk about this org all the time. I love the org. The team needs to catch up with the org. I want to love the team just as much as I love the org.
Shout out to Tim,
We haven't seen that out of SSG. That was just game number 1, though. Coming into game number 2, let's see if they can bring it back.
Well, I'm gonna only disagree.
Let's see if they can bring it back.
You know what I'm biased for? A game 5. That's what I want. So in that case, I'm rooting for Space Station just because
APG with the camo. He invisible. Oh.
Distance. And Aquarius has historically been a
strong
map for SSG. Although you wouldn't know it from looking at this opening break. Optic once again.
Optic's already in their bussy, dude.
An early 6-3 lead.
And they consistently have this camo to work with. APG gonna be able to live with that, and we'll see what damage he's able to do. But those power-ups, such a big factor, and especially controlling these spawns and getting those initial kills. That camo was gonna run out, so he doesn't get the value he wanted out of it anyway, but it does not end up in the hands of SSG, which is good for Optic. That being said, a 1-kill game. Optic lead by 1.
All right, listen, I was talking about APG in the semifinals because he was playing huge, but I think it was a little bit of missed timing there on the camo because it ran out right when he was in the open at top mid. Maybe he could have
good thrust.
A little bit better to have a little bit more support, a little bit more cover. Meanwhile, though, it's Optic still holding on to this lead. Lucid has the heat wave formal.
Clean 3 dead for Optic.
That BR and Commando plus
Clean 4 dead for Optic.
Don't underestimate those.
And they're gonna have him staggered too, I think.
Like APG is right back in the fight with another slay, and unfortunately, the kill leader for Space Station from game number 1, Eco,
oh, really?
is
it's
still
not gonna
looking
matter.
like Tony's cousin Owen.
I'm sorry?
Oh, Tony's cousin Owen. We hear about that guy so much. Another player we hear about is Eco, and Eco
the shock nades, holy shit.
There we go.
You know, in Halo Infinite, and, you know, in this tournament in general. Hopefully he can continue to do so here. He's got 3 assists to work with. This camo, though, going to be extremely important for SSG to get their hands on. Do they have the positioning to do so?
Damn.
No. Once again, Optic top control. That's going to solidify this camo with maybe one more kill. And that's what's the big story for me is Optic continuing to control.
Wow, when he gets that off.
He had the camo, but again, burnt out. Kind of familiar to what we saw from the first round of camo, where even though Space Station
damn, bro. See, Lucid just fucking chows that.
Effectiveness of it at the very least. It's something that's keeping Space Station within arm's reach of
Nobody
this
chows
game,
like these
and
motherfuckers,
Bound
bro.
Gets a kill with the heat wave, that one team wipe disparity, that 4-point difference between the two of them. So crucial kill for Bound. He has one more round of that heat wave left to work with. But if he rounds this corner, it looks like it's all of Optic stacking up. Stellar finds a big pick onto one, and Bound using the thruster to get to some
Oh,
cover.
hell
Isn't
no.
enough, though.
What
He
was
finds
that?
1, 2, 3 players from Optic all collapsing on it.
Yeah, a little bit aggressive there.
Woo!
Optic was ready for that push, but Bound for
Bro,
me is
see,
the
he's
X
literally
factor,
reloading
right?
and still
When Bound starts
chowing.
to,
Like, what the
you know,
fuck?
pop off and he's starting to play really well. You can tell by his movement, how he's moving in the game, if he's starting to feel good. When Bound starts to pop off, that's when we really start to see SSG come into their own, when he's playing his role. And so for that reason, he's going to be the X factor for me in this game. We'll see if he's able to carry the
Formal
weight a
gets
little
2.
bit on this SSG side.
Yeah,
Formal
I think
gets
part of-
3.
Oh my goodness, unfortunately, it looks like the person that's carrying the weight is Formal inside of Optic instead with the triple kill. And you weren't wrong to be talking about Bound, but it seems like everything that Space Station sends, Optic has a counter for it. Right now, that counter is Formal.
Oh, hell no.
7-4. The Dynamos are going to keep his shield
over,
from being
bro.
able to regen, but it's the teammates Trippy, APG with a double that provided enough
Bro,
cover.
did
that
you
even
see-
after receiving all of that damage, Formal stays
Hey,
alive.
you watch your fucking mouth, these.
Yeah, and Formal stays alive.
But did you
and-
see
and
that,
also playing
Renegade
that
over earlier?
role, that anchor role where he's able to put
Renegade
so
got
much
an
damage
overkill on
across the
SSG
map.
earlier, and it was
one thing I'm
fucking
seeing from
gross.
the other members of Optic are they're kind of playing in twos. They're kind of playing very tight, and you know, Formal playing this off role and them playing tight like that, it allows for,
Dude.
you know, him to put that damage in.
We're
and open up the map
frozen.
and potentially get those kills.
We're
Look at this.
frozen.
It's a massive lead here for Optic, an 8-kill lead right now. Make that 9 as the
Hello?
And I think Bound might have the camo, if I'm not mistaken.
With
on the
frozen
side of SSG.
chats.
You talked about him being the pivotal
About
player.
to
If you
unfreeze
get the
it.
turnaround, He does have that
Hey, what's up,
camo.
Dallas?
He does have the heat wave.
No, it
and
was.
the
It was fucking
thrusters.
gross, dude.
This is their chance. SSG cannot let this game run away any further. Bound might just be the equalizer. He gets 2 kills. He's looking for
What's
Lucid.
poppin',
The
Dallas?
pressure comes in, but Lucid is unfazed. He stays alive, and Bound's run is cut short.
I mean, I'm curious, like, if, you know, you have the names turned on and you see Lucid in front of you, like, Bound did not look like Bound in that last engagement. I'm not saying he's scared of Lucid, but Lucid, you know, the MVP of last season, you gotta be a little worried about him. And look at his score line right now: 10 kills, 9 assists, and only 5 deaths. That is a beautiful score
Helping the
line for
folks
side
build a
of
shed. Sounds like a
If I
vibe,
rush
Dallas.
into active in matchmaking, I'm absolutely gonna choke out of fear. I'm gonna be freaked out. I'm gonna be like, in my diamond lobbies, what are you doing here? Then I'm gonna just like throw the whole game. I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. Hopefully for Space Station, they can find a little bit of grit and tenacity.
Nice.
It's looking pretty dire as the lead is a 13, now 14-point
Well, I
lead,
hope it
but
was good, Dallas.
the only thing we know about Halo is that anything is possible.
Yeah, I just gotta see a different. I just gotta see something out of SSG here, though, for me to believe this comeback is gonna happen. Yes, I 100% agree with you. Anything can really happen, but we've got to see just you know, something, a little bit of a spark of some sort out of SSG. And right now, all we're seeing
Hey,
is
you got the
Optic
bowlers.
understanding that all
Been
they
killing
need to
the
do is
bowlers.
trade in these scenarios, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna continue to be trading these kills out, and you know. If there's any hope right here for SSG, it's going to be that camo on top center. They've got to make sure to get that. But look at right away, Optic has top control once again while that camo's coming up.
Oh, and APG has the flank as well. Just applying pressure. Formal gets a kill.
No, but that's
APG
like,
gets a kill.
bro,
He's
that's like,
cleared
all
out
right,
the
dog,
map
I'm
right
refreshing
at
this
the
shit.
perfect time. Stellar has the
I'm
last
refreshing
alive
this shit,
against
'cause
Formal.
why?
Ends up as a trade. That camo though scooped up because Optic had the numbers advantage. And
Hang on,
just
y'all.
to shout out the veterans.
I'm gonna refresh my Twitch. I've actually never had a Twitch stream freeze like that for me. No bullshit. Optic slammed them anyway. No, but that's like Dallas whenever
Me as well. You know, I talked about Bound being that X factor
whenever
on the
like
team, but you know,
Justin or Kayla like suggests to go to Chick-fil-A, and I'm like,
you know, essentially have like a little bit of a rough game in terms of KD. It doesn't mean he's, you know, for anyone watching,
like,
or that might
I'm
be
always
new to Halo,
down.
coming from COD, regardless, it doesn't mean that, you know, him having a terrible KD doesn't mean that he's not doing anything in the game. He's definitely pulling his weight, but, you know, not playing as well as he potentially could be. And then we've seen him play phenomenally, and we've seen him slay like the Bounds of the world or the Renegades. So I'm not really sure what
genuinely
causes that
bro.
inconsistency in
It's
players
my
like
shit.
Penguin, but I mean, we know that, you know, when this SSG roster is playing their best, when they're all playing at least 100%.
And now my frames have gone to shit.
We see a different,
We're lagging for
you know,
a second.
squad. They almost play differently. It's like more
Yeah, sorry about the frames, y'all.
comes through and they play more aggressively.
Hopefully it fixes itself
whereas
in a
if
second.
they're not playing so well or having a little bit of a
We're
rough
not
day,
in the game
you'll see
yet.
more, I feel like they play maybe more passive, where they're not, you know, taking advantage of that positioning as well.
I agree with you, and I think we're not seeing that confident, assertive version of Space Station that we saw in the semifinals.
Oh,
Instead,
hell
they
no,
were a little bit,
Dallas.
Overwhelmed, maybe a little
I mean,
bit
I'll
checked.
eat some of them
They have
shits
the
too, but
ability to
not
regain,
2
rebound,
boxes a
build,
day.
and back into this series.
What?
But the point that I hear you making, like kind of reading between the lines a little bit, is that SSG,
That's too much,
they
man.
need to be at 100% if they're going to take even a game right now against Optic, and that's something we're not seeing. We're
Man,
not
we
seeing
still
all
lagging.
the players playing at their level of ability. That inconsistency is starting to hurt SSG.
Yeah, and you know, we can talk about the online scenario because, you know, it is a factor. You know, online and on LAN, this game is very, very different. We know SSG to be a very, very great LAN team, but with the amount of importance in the side of the points, like we've talked about, that can't be a factor anymore. You've got to be able to adapt to that online gameplay.
I think that's a really fair point to make for Space Station, and especially with those shifts to how points work.
Here we go.
Online has to be at the same level as on LAN. You can't be just a one-sided team. Optic look like they're trying to make themselves the team that is that well-rounded off of that HCS Charlotte win, off of that #1 seed, and hopefully here today, if they can hold on to that seed position, Space Station do have control now of the oddball, of the overshield. Penguin misses on that melee.
Yeah, is it my internet, Dallas? Because it's making my stream was just dropping frames.
1v1 against Trippy.
What we like to see right here. This is exactly what I like to see. He does get that kill, but again, controlling that overshield.
Killer's just killing my whole internet.
Time now, the rotation in the hands of Bound, which is also a very great thing to see. And you're seeing a little bit more teamwork out of this SSG side. And again, once again, Bound has the power weapon in hand in that heat wave. So if they can continue to control weapons like this, you know, we'll see a little bit of a different story out of them.
Unfortunately, Bound goes down, and the last round of that heat wave is going to go into the hands of Trippy. Only one round, but look at the Shroud screen as well. That can be a deadly combination between the two. Trippy kind of holding the line here at Cuts, and Optic are mirroring with the strategy we saw from Space Station with the tower side hold, but Trippy turns his back a little bit too soon, unsuspecting of Stellar rotating around behind. Stellar nearly catches that oddball on its way off the map. But unfortunately, it looks like we might have a little bit of a crash. We'll come back to you with an
son of a
update,
bitch.
and yes, we did. It looks like Formal might have gotten disconnected from the match.
Well, there it is, but I got to point out the start of SSG right there. They looked extremely solid at the start of that game. You know, getting that 20 seconds right off the bat initially was very important, and you know, you can build off that momentum. So hopefully they can do the same. You know, when this restart happens, I would assume it's just going to go to a full restart, but maybe SSG, you know, maybe they'll end up playing the differential regardless. Definitely a
That's what I'm
great
saying,
job starting
Dallas.
off, getting those power weapons, getting the heat wave and that overshield. I think that's definitely
Also,
gonna be
Dallas,
what they need in order
because
to find
today
success.
is Star Wars Day.
That they needed to flip the switch or find some power or reignite the rocket.
I was thinking about
maybe that was a little bit of it.
playing
Maybe that
Star
was
Wars
them
Top
just
Gun
kind of
after
mission
this.
control, setting up and prepping for the
I think that
launch
sounds
for
like a
Space
fucking
Station. At least that's what we're all hoping
fucking
for.
play.
I mean, all of us that want a competitive Game 5 in this series, at least, hopefully. We'll have to wait and see what the ultimate ruling is on that. I like the opening break from Space Station. Again, it was that power-up control and a little bit more of a
And then we got Lakers Warriors in 3 hours.
Like the heat wave or the sniper, or I think most particularly the overshield, that can be a little bit of the confidence boost. Do you think that's what Space Station need to rely on to kind of come back to their full form?
Yeah, and it's just one little tiny piece of the puzzle, right? Because if they're getting overshield, it means they're understanding and controlling sides of the map that are important. You know, obviously with that overshield coming up, and we know Optic is so good at just playing positioning when those power-ups are coming up, and that's what they did in that first game. And you know, if SSG is able to do that, if they're able to get that tower control, and then in turn,
Optic's asking for the full replay.
OS pops, then yes, I think that's gonna be a good tell that they're in the game, that their head is in the game, and that they're making correct decisions to grant them that success that they're looking for.
I think that's a great breakdown, and hopefully Space Station will come back with more of the same, as we do see that Formal is reconnecting to the lobby.
They're going to do a full replay.
In-game conversation.
I don't know how deep into the game they were, to be honest. I wasn't really paying attention.
Full reset, and I know you had mentioned active, like maybe there was an option for playing differential that would give Space Station a little bit of that advantage on the oddball that they had. But I personally don't remember exactly what the difference in points was. It seems like both teams have agreed that it was close enough to just fully reset.
Yeah, I think it was only like 2 points or something at the end of the day, which
Oh, word.
I think if you're gonna make an argument about 3 points or 2 points, you're showing weakness, Magic. Okay, and you can't do that.
Whoa.
You can't show weakness.
Need 3 points. Okay,
right. You can't go to Optic Game and be like, yeah, you know what? We want those 3 points right now.
I mean, you
we're
could.
done. We're disqualifying you. No, you can't show weakness. So SSG's gonna be like, whatever. A full re is generally what happens in this situation. But Magic, I'm focused on this start right here, and that's what I want to focus on. I want to focus on the start of SSG. In this round number 1, do they start off as strong, or does Optic read their starting strat or their their starting position and counter it completely? That's the thing I'm looking for here coming back into this game.
Can you be coach active for a minute? If you're coach for SSG, do you stick to the same opening break, or do you have to adjust, assuming that Optic is going to adjust to your initial break?
Thank the Lord I'm not a coach, because we would not ever win a championship. But if I was, we would change it up. I think that this Optic squad is very, very intelligent. I think they've read that initial break. I think SSG ended up getting 2 kills right off the bat there, so they obviously were heavy on one side. To be honest, I don't remember exactly
there
what
we go.
It was, but here we go. Getting into this game, let's see what the start looks like.
Well, looks like Eco's gonna toss his nades out to top mid, playing
Oh,
but he gets stuck instead. Trippy gets a little bit of a cluster
What the
luck on
fuck?
that plasma. 2-for-1 special. Space Station had a strong opening strat, but now it has been countered by Optic. APG has the oddball, APG has the heat wave. I think your question is answered. Optic Gaming made the adjustments, and apparently those adjustments have worked out.
Yeah, but exactly.
He rotating us
SSG
all the
had
way
top
around.
tower, which is the big thing for me. Penguin controlling that top tower side. That OS should be up here, and it's going to be in the hands of Stellar. So SSG still do get that overshield, and Optic, they're not going to have a lot of time to work with. But look, Magic, that OS is pretty much.
Oh, he didn't play it though.
And
Oh,
look at that.
comboed.
That's what Optic does so well. They find the problem, they get rid of it. Exterminator in the house. That's it. That OS is gone, and Optic continue to maintain their lead.
Nice stick. What the fuck is with the sticks today?
Another double kill we saw from the opening break over at Cuts. 2 more kills to his name. Keeps that oddball in play. You would have thought that Optic would have played the ball, but that's that confidence.
That was actually a
level.
sick
Right
pass.
Now, the confidence looking very one-sided on that side of Optic.
They've got 2 dead.
Oh!
A snipe in the hands of Formal, that's also a very scary position. You talked about it yourself. That sniper rifle also being a factor of things to control. And Formal being on this B side, he's going to prevent all of those pushes from that big door, which is going to be big. With Stellar, that's a big kill because that's 3 dead. Lucid, though, the
Big win by
last player
Stellar.
alive, gonna milk as
Still getting
much
time
as possible
somehow.
while his team spawns on tower.
Well, I thought he would have, again, as the last player live, rotate to play the ball, but he instead rotates to try to find the respawners. But Space Station were fast on the approach, and now look what SSG has won. They've won tower side control. Watch out, overshield spawning just 2 seconds away. Lucid might be the first one to go for it. Lucid comes out with a double kill, and he clears a path for Optic to win back that overshield. They're gonna be mounting their push. Space Station are forced to play the ball off the map, and Space Station are out of numbers as Optic wins slay after slay.
Did you see what Lucid did there, though? It's actually so beautiful, right? He goes towards B to block the B spawns, then goes towards A when he has 2 players from SSG isolated to then, you know, force the other spawners to be on B. Just, you know, having that spawn knowledge in the game, in the moment, is so very difficult, and you know, something that Optic, you know, are very strong with. But SSG finally have this ball. They finally get a kill on the board as well.
Whoa.
And hopefully they can take this and build a little bit of momentum on their side. They're only down by 10 seconds now.
Yeah, they definitely cut into that lead, and it was, I think it was Formal holding the oddball for Optic in the back, and he tries to throw off the edge. He got caught on that little lip, but this time, nothing's getting caught on the edge of the map. APG's gonna send the ball to the players, and, you know, your grandma off the side of the map. Like, I don't even know. Everything flying over the side of the map. Hope not. With Trippy here, it was a 1v2 situation. 2 players from SSG, and right now, SSG have the numbers advantage. APG is the last alive. They need to take advantage as they take that lead.
Yeah, great job as well. You know, they got knowledge on the spawns onto A. This is going to get them another 10 seconds or so, and they can get these slays. It could be more. And slays are exactly what you get with this heat wave in hand. Look at the rotation as well. That's such a good double. And the rotation. SSG starting to wake up. Is the rocket ship ready to launch, Magic? That's my question.
I mean, I hope so. I hope so. We're just not ready for this.
Nice shots out of Eco.
Yet, and Eco is not ready to be eliminated from the winner's bracket yet either. He gets the shots. The heat wave though falls into the hands of Formal. Formal once again making that clutch play. The Space Station are giving Optic a run for the money only. They have that.
Oh, they're all about to get slayed out here. I don't even think they played it. And they're gonna get OS.
The problem, the fight for Overshield. It's Eco versus Trippy. Trippy's gonna win that.
And that's like worst case scenario for SSG, bro.
Well.
They didn't get anything there.
It's just the timing right there, right? SSG go down at the worst time, and because of that, Optic are able to get this Overshield. It is pretty much dissipated, but regardless, it's not in the hands of SSG.
What's up, Arstu?
Which is where SSG
no, this is winners
won.
Finals.
And a lead, of course, like you said, being gained by Optic that entire time.
Yeah, this is like the weekly pro points tournament.
Grow that
2K.
As time goes on, those are the 1v1s that I'm looking for Bound to win there, Magic. I mean, if I'm looking at Bound as being one of the best players in the game, I look at him winning those individual fights versus Trippy there, and it just doesn't seem to be happening.
Well, we do see Space Station are winning some 1v1s. In fact, all 4 go down for Optic. And look at how
Optic and SSG are obviously in winners finals. G1 and FaZe are in losers, I think. I'm not sure who all else is still in.
He's hitting that respawn screen, and Formal is continuing.
Native Red, I think, is in losers still.
Has been shrinking. Space Station off the respawn are trying to regroup. There's the play ball, but only a 4-second advantage. The winner of this reset might just take the round.
Yeah, we're starting to see some slays though on the side of SSG. If you look at the slay numbers, they're pretty even across the board. You know, bar a couple kills here and there.
SSG beat FaZe. They 3-1'd them.
SSG as well because
Bound went crazy.
Getting those slays and you know, ball time being spread across the board too here. So
shots at APG.
APG again. You know, a 2-second lead.
Tommy Lucid fucking 2 pieces them. John Wick.
3 down for SSG once again. They're going to get some more time here.
And look at how APG and Lucid are swapping roles, right? So far, Lucid has been the one slaying and APG has been the objective, but APG gets those kills and the communication comes through like, I got this. You go out there and slay, but unfortunately, it's a heat wave in the hands of Bound. You said this is the key player to watch out for that Space Station needs to rely on, but it's Bound, the Rookie of the Year versus the MVP. Lucid ends up as a net trade and the fight goes for Overshield. A nice little lead here from Optic, 17 seconds, but the round of slays is starting to go in the favor of SSG.
Did he stick him?
Yeah, SSG did have 3 down there, and with that Overshield coming up, that could be
good smoke
for SSG, and it ends up being so. They end up getting that Overshield due to the spawns that's in the hands of Bound now. We'll see what he's able to do with it. This might get them this lead.
Bound needs to play big here, and a trade is not going to be enough. Optic did need to focus him. You can see all 4 players from Optic gave their attention to Overshield. Meanwhile, look at the rotation of the oddball. Going all
this is going to be close. Optic has 1 crack at this.
They can get to the back of B. They have that.
Oh, they got it though. Oh, he shot the nades!
Stealing that position. Optic Gaming still holding on to the 3-point lead as
I gotta get the ball.
The fight in the big door. He gets 1 kill. Does he milk his life? 10 seconds left for Optic, and
that should be round.
Continues rotating. This oddball
has
gone on a trek, a lap around the map, and I don't
that should
know
be
that
round.
anyone from Space Station can get there in time.
Yeah, 2 seconds remaining. Make it 1. There it is. Optic
Damn,
take
that was sus
the
at the
very
end.
first round, but now without a massive fight there from SSG. SSG looking extremely healthy in that first round. Let's see if they can step it
Bro,
up
that was
a
almost
notch
a
for that
play and a
second
half out of Eco.
I don't know how APG broke through that hold because you saw Space Station holding the oddball to the back of A and rotating to B. And then
Okay,
next
that's
thing you
a
know,
fucking
APG
play, I
says,
guess.
He's
Crazy.
cradling that skull in his arms like a baby and like protecting it at all costs. And that steal ultimately is what led to the round 1 win for Optic, hoping to make this a 3-0 sweep, but we're hoping for an extension on this series. Space Station, they need to fire off that rocket, and they need to do it quickly. Hopefully the use of this overshield can be a part of that. It's Trippy in the fight, but no, he takes down Penguin. Another trade of kills. Eco finds a kill. Eco needing the double kill. And this fight for overshield has taken every player down except for
Beats me, Dallas.
Except for the MVP. Now he's got the snipe to work with as well. And I kind of like this aggression out of him, right? His teammates are on the respawn, but he's got the overshield and the power up and work. But the only thing is, that OS
he's
is
fighting so many people.
now. The sniper is going to get lost here if Eco gets this
What
kill.
the fuck? Bro, I was going to say, if he lived there.
2 down for each
Holy
spawn.
shit.
But Optic already have the ball inside of A, and they've got those spawns on B as well.
All right, might be Penguin versus APG. APG down by the rat tunnel. Hide behind
Oh,
the
he's
pillar.
ratting.
Penguin didn't see him. Now he caught someone.
What a play.
Trade out on melees, and it's the help from Space Station. Penguin trying to stay alive, but this is a trap. The pinch is in.
I'm just going to piss on them here.
Big door. One player flanking around behind.
What the fuck? Oh, Bound is going to get all of them.
One at a time.
Woo!
The
Ego Chow, you sluts.
That's what we need to see out of Bound. That's exactly what I was talking about there. One of the best players in the game. He got Rookie of the Year last year for a reason. We're starting to see that showcase right now. 19 and 17, and look at the amount of ball time he has too.
He's doing everything, right? He's getting the slays. He's getting the objective. Bound is actually the player for SSG that's keeping them in the fight. But is it going to be enough? I'm waiting for the rest of that roster to kind of rally behind those opening breaks. For now,
whoa.
steal the lead. Oh, sorry, they do have the
What
lead.
the
They're
fuck?
about to lose
What
that.
just happened?
Stellar had the overshield and once again quickly negated by
Did he
the
get
team.
stuck or something?
That OS went down so quickly.
Where did his OS go?
Didn't even get to look at it. But all the while, again, like you talked about earlier, Magic, Optic find the way to get this scrap time, and that's going to bring them up by about 14 seconds here, 13 seconds, and that's going to add up at the end of the day, especially having that very big cushion in that first round.
A little bit of numbers advantage right here for Space Station. They get 2 down. Here comes APG across C, but look how far away he is from the objective. So Space Station are winning the slays. They're winning the advantageous spawns. And hopefully right now, I'm holding my breath. No, it's a tie game. I was hopefully going to say winning back the lead, but it's Lucid who gets the double kill. Trippy and Lucid are pinching here at the back of B. He has shots off on the target, and right at the brink of SSG taking the lead, Optic shut that hold down.
Yeah, Optic have control of the power weapons as
Whoa.
well in this heat wave. You see, Trippy does take a lot of damage here, but this is the damage you play off of, right? You get a player down to no shield, you're able to act on it and potentially push off of it, but they did push off of it. Only thing is, Trippy got those
me too.
kills, and that was,
Me too, Dallas. We're just fucking soaring.
And that's going to be Optic with more time on the board, and the power weapons in the hands of them as well.
Wait, what are
fucking G-sliding everywhere.
Like when players are low on health?
No, essentially a low percentage
The
kill
Stellar's
is a
beating
kill
ass, holy shit.
that you're not supposed to get. So if like
Got
essentially you're no shields and you're supposed to die, but you end up getting 2-3 kills, yeah.
A kill against all odds, you know,
Right.
an unlikely kill, and it's all just gravy right there for Optic as they do have the lead. 20 plus seconds of a lead. SSG now to holding the ball at the back of C. Can they rotate the high ground? Not if Formal has his way with that sniper as he finds the takedown. They have the numbers. Almost a desperate approach here at elbow, but Formal finds the no-scope body shot, cleans it up. Optic have everything. Sniper, overshield, oddball, and SSG have
This
maybe
might
only one
be
thing.
it.
That's one last chance to break this hold.
And heart. They have heart. We just got to find it somewhere. 2 down once again.
The heartbroken.
Yes, unfortunate.
Oh, we got
for
his
them.
ass beat with the
Optic
ball.
look extremely strong. We can't take anything away from them. SSG definitely, you know, like I said before, not playing at 100%. You know, we haven't truly seen that. We've seen glimpses of it today, but Optic looking practiced, looking like an incredible squad right now. It's not over just yet, but it's going to take a miracle at this point, and for Dead, that could be the start of it.
Okay.
And we drive
We're
frames
about
again.
To, like, read
Fuck.
the eulogy here for Space
Sorry,
Station,
y'all.
but they get the team wipe instead. So full credit to
Internet
SSG
is shit
for
today.
staying in the fight, but they need to play perfect Halo.
Absolute
Optic
shite.
Only 3 seconds of ball time, so you'll see Trippy off of that kill immediately pick up the oddball, and that's it. The finishing touches, the cherry on top. Optic take winners final 3-0.
Wow. Like you know, you had talked to. I was watching a little bit of the broadcast earlier. You were talking to your duo Mikowski, and he had said, you know, this is. I believe he had said this is an Optic that looks way better than they did when they played against that phase. At the time, to be honest with you, I was like, you know, I have to see a little bit more, but 100% correct. Mikowski, 100% correct. This Optic gaming roster looks so much better than they did before, and this is what it takes, right? You've got to hit those peaks and valleys. Sometimes, you know, you get to a point where you got to break through something to get better. And, you know, when you're the #1 team in the world, that's one of the hardest things to do is remain the #1 team, but it takes hard work like what Optic have done here to solidify that, and they're looking incredibly good here going into this next LAN.
This might be some of the best Halo we have ever seen from Optic. And I think the word that I used in describing it was that they have evolved. And then Mikowski added some nerdy Pokemon reference or whatever. So, you know, at the end of the day, we're both in agreement, though, that Optic is looking very strong against FaZe in the semifinals, but it kind of goes back to your point. They're a little bit hit or miss, and unfortunately, this series was a miss.
Yeah, and you know, the good thing about SSG is, you know, we're seeing a better SSG than we saw previous in this season, and that's what I want to see going into that LAN. I think they've got a little more work to do, and I have no doubt that they will bring their absolute best gameplay going into LAN. But it's great to see those sparks of greatness out of them. Hopefully we can continue to see them get better and evolve as well, because with these meta changes, with the changes of the weapons and, you know, the red racks and all of that, and the shroud screen being added, you know, you got to adapt. You got to adapt to the meta, and I think that, you know, Optic has now done so. We'll see if, you know, as
speed test.
Definitely was fun to watch both these teams go head to head, but right now, is in the futures, in the cards here for SSG. And on that note, we are going to be moving into the lower bracket because we need to answer the question, who matches up against Optic? Who tries to take down the #1 seed, shake things up across the overall HCS seeding? And that's going to be my departure from today's tournament. But don't worry, the show's going to go on. Active, I will give you permission to cast with Mikowski. I just want to let you know you have my blessing on this upcoming series.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure casting with you. We haven't done this in a long time, and I think it worked out really, really well. You're a phenomenal caster. You've gotten so much better over the year that, you know, that I've watched you.
Right now I'm getting like fucking
great to see. So you definitely see you're putting the hard work in. It was a pleasure.
Sick.
Thank you so much. Everybody stay tuned. We have more Halo on the other side of this break.
Fucking sick, dude. I'm gonna give it another minute and try to see if it fucking improves. But if it doesn't, we might have to call it. Yeah, it's looking a little Sounds good, Dallas. All right, y'all. I think it's on to absolute dick. I appreciate y'all chilling. Appreciate y'all rocking with me for the moment. Sorry we couldn't keep going, but the internet has gone to absolute dick and balls. But yeah, appreciate y'all chilling. We're gonna run it back tomorrow. Much love. Y'all have a dope rest of your day. Okay.